So, Rena, I heard you jumped out of a car on a freeway. I was just telling Chad about that.
No, I didn't actually do it. I was just thinking about it. I mean, oh, hey guys.
Could you elaborate?
I just didn't feel good.
I feel that.
I text you how many times?
That's a great explanation. I love that. Just
That's
feel
it.
good.
I just didn't. I wasn't feeling it. The vibe was off.
I said, Wade, you didn't get the J&J. There is no excuse. Man up. That was my text.
J&J.
Johnson.
Oh.
Actually, no jokes. I know somebody who got the J&J shot. So she got it. Her husband got it. And
Great. Tell us the story for 30 minutes.
And her oldest child got it. And here's the fun part. 4 weeks
Wade's
after
got
they
no
got the
children,
shot.
eh?
4 weeks after they got the shot,
Take a nap.
they all got COVID. So the shot
At
didn't
least it
work.
wasn't Umbrella.
The shot didn't work.
Oh. Maybe they're genetically flawed.
Maybe, well, I mean, to be fair, they got the shot. They waited 2 weeks, and then they started doing everything like COVID didn't exist. They started like, oh, let's go do this event. Let's go do that event. Let's go in this crowded
Sometimes
area.
people just have bad karma on their way to them.
Yeah, you guys know about this gas shortage? You guys seen the pictures?
I mean,
Dude, I don't have a gas shortage. All of my body functions are working in overdrive right now.
I don't know. Actually,
Okay,
Wade,
thanks
are
for the
you
heads up.
are you affected by the gas shortage? Because it's the East Coast, so it doesn't affect like say Pat, but
Scott, I don't have a fucking car.
Oh, yeah.
well, does
that's
Molly
right.
have a car?
Yeah, she might be affected. I don't know. I'd have to ask someone that has a car.
Okay.
I would also like to
I don't
point
have a
out
front door. I don't have a
also-
car. I don't have a body. What do you want from me?
I also don't
So-
have a car right now.
To make love.
So, Wade, you compared the COVID vaccine to scarlet fever. How accurate? Like, what percentage would you say are you at right now? Like,
I was
100%
4 years
is
old. I
scarlet
had
fever.
scarlet fever, and I just remember not being able to really move much. But like the paralyzing pain of like, I told this is kind of TMI, guys. But I was laying in bed at like 9 o'clock this morning, like the 5th time I woke up in miserable pain, and I was like, do I just piss myself and clean it up later? Because I think that would be easier than getting up to go pee. It was a genuine thought that I had because my body aches were so severe.
You know, I kind of feel that because I do remember my first night after the second shot. I had the same thing. I was laying in bed and I had to pee so bad, like I was getting like aches in my stomach from it, and I was like, I know if I get up to go pee, I'm gonna get so sick. I'm gonna throw up at the same time. It's gonna be awful.
Best.
I-
Which
I
shot
managed
did
to
you
manage
get?
to
Missy?
Intoxicated. I felt
I got Moderna.
Okay, good. Okay, everyone in some of these horror stories got Moderna. So
Except Pat, who said he got the same
I
thing
mean-
as you.
yeah,
That
but
was
Pat,
the worst thing that
Pat
happened to
said
me,
it was
though. Was I
rough
had to
for-
pee really bad.
Pat said it was rough for a little while, but he didn't say it was that bad. Not as bad as you
Hey,
guys think. it's bad.
Really?
Chat, I want you to
didn't
know
say it
right
was that
now.
bad.
I did. Okay, please, your story then. Jesus.
Hold on, real quick, chat. Get the vaccine. Don't listen to us. Get it. It's good.
Well, I'm clearly going to get the other one. Why wouldn't I? I mean,
The-
oh
the,
no.
The joy I feel
no,
of knowing I'm safe.
I'm
is great.
uncomfortable for 10 hours is totally worth. I am not going to get a disease that will kill family members of mine.
I would do it all
Exactly.
over again to get the vaccine. It was a miserable 13 hours, but like, I didn't jump
do it
off
again,
the
too.
roof, so I would do it again.
Listen,
You didn't jump out of a car on the freeway?
I
No.
am.
Would have.
Yeah.
I was in a car.
I am afraid of needles, however. So if I could get the second
Aw.
vaccine by like dirty tissues or one of the other anti-vaxxer processes,
Why don't
I
you just go
would-
get someone with COVID to cough in your mouth for you then?
Yeah, why don't you
That's-
just stay home, buddy?
that's a crime. Like you can go to a lot of prison
Not if you're
for that.
willing.
If it's consensual,
Consensual.
penis
Yeah,
mouth.
consent, yeah.
The police report on that one.
So he coughed on you?
You thought it was love at first cough.
The
And you consented to this?
Cough in me.
Yeah. I did.
All right, I'm here in this chair to play. Let's play.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
We have a couple of weeks coming up. Just unlike usual. Normally there's months coming up, but now there's only weeks coming up. And we gotta get somewhere today.
All right. Rena, would you like
Thank
to give
you.
us the recap?
Did we play last week? What happened?
Yeah, I'm gonna speedrun this.
A lot happened last week. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys
Was
went
there
in
a
the
pig
house.
at some point?
Um,
Kind of like a pig somewhere?
Wade,
That was amazing.
do you need to check your temperature again?
Maybe. But no, I'm not gonna.
Wait, I think you're just looking at the screen. I think that's
I've
one
got
of
like
us.
the hot and cold thing going on.
It sucks, right?
Yeah.
Like Shaquille O'Neal, hot and cold.
That's gonna. I'm still having that now.
I don't have that. What are you guys talking about?
Okay, last time on the Witcher D&D.
Previously on
yeah.
The Witcher.
I was about to tweet, but I forgot. Give me a sec. Sorry, I have many duties that I just, lots of responsibilities here. Not
Previously
staying
on
on
The
top of my
Witcher.
job.
Smoothly?
Sorry.
Your name is Smoothly now.
Don't fire me.
Rena.
She said duties.
Duties. Mhm.
Poopies.
Okay, last time on The Witcher, we were fighting the werewolf, but not the same werewolf from before. This time it was the priest.
Whoa.
So the priest that had
Holy werewolf, Batman.
that we had found on the table in Grundle's basement. I don't know why he was strapped to the table. He was just strapped to the table. But so the
Oh,
priest
you
was
guys
there.
kicked
The
his
orb was
ass.
above him. I freed him, which was a mistake, and then he therefore turned into a werewolf. We thought the orb had something to do with his transformation. So Derb's trying to destroy the orb. Talia's trying to keep this werewolf from leaving and causing or wreaking havoc across this town, which she successfully does. She's able to grapple him and kind of pin him down. It was literally WWE up in here. In the Grundle. Bow, 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 bow. Anyway, Derb destroyed the orb. And then Atelia was able to knock out the priest, which after he went unconscious is when he finally transformed back into a human. So they're still not 100% sure what's going on there or like how he, what's causing his transformation. But for the time being, he's unconscious. Atelia found a muumuu to cover the priest with, so they put that on him. They're about to leave when all of a sudden all the townsfolk are outside because they're like, oh yeah, it's 3 a.m. in the middle of the night. And we were very loud, and that sounds very concerning. So I get why the townsfolk would come over here and check on the house. Anyway, so they managed to convince them that everything's taken care of. It's all fine. They told them some weird's going on with Grundle. We can't really find her, but we'll figure it out. And they're just like, okay, Witcher, whatever you say. Like, you just because you killed a Kikimor doesn't mean we inherently trust you. And she's like, yeah, whatever. I get the deal. Anyway, so they take the guards' horses and ride back to the church. Sorry, I gotta find the place where I left off in my notes here. They go back to the church and meet up with did we meet up with Durbin Dorian? Yeah, we did.
No.
I was with you the whole
No.
time. What do you mean?
I meant Dorian and Embarrassed. Sorry. It's so much easier for my brain to say Durbin Dorian for whatever reason.
I'm gonna be honest. I do not remember what we were doing.
That's
You
why
and
I'm
I
like, let's
explored
see.
the. We looked for clues on the priest.
Oh
man.
yeah, we didn't.
That's
do
all
that
we
well.
did. That's all we did last
We
session.
haven't
for
met
you and
up.
I.
Yeah, we're actually okay. So we're exhausted riding back to the church. It's like turning morning now. I think is what it is. Dorian and Imber slept in the priest's room. And Imber wakes up to
And we're watching
singing.
Seven.
That's right.
And so he sends his familiar out to scout and check out what's going on.
God.
And unfortunately it gets spotted and murdered by the woman, we're assuming, who's just taking 4 of the children away.
Yep.
Just gone. Never landing them,
Oh yeah, she was like Sarah from Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, exactly. And that's pretty much it. Other than that,
Horse
Imber
face?
woke up Dorian, then they woke up Seven, the werewolf that they've been keeping an eye on. They checked on the kids' room, and
Repent.
sure enough, there's only 2 kids in there. 4 of them are gone. And so then they were gonna head outside from there, but I think that's as far as we got. So
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, and Scott was there.
What part was I doing?
you're the narrator.
Oh,
I think you attacked my owl once.
in a
that's it.
world. I actually did. I attack your owl, or did I fucking destroy it? That's
Well, I only
right.
had one
That's
health.
right.
It literally
I
has one
killed the
health
owl.
point.
No, listen. I destroyed that owl. I own that bitch. Okay.
Messages give it
You're
to
like,
him, okay,
who?
Yeah.
And I'm
we
like,
killed both his werewolves,
exactly.
It's fine.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
You
it's
kill my
fine.
owl.
Just
my
let
1
him
HP
have
owl.
it. Yeah.
So, yeah, Scott, how did your werewolf do?
I don't want to play this game anymore.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm trying to remember how that fight went. I think you just completely destroyed his werewolf. It tried to run away, and then you just grabbed it by its
No.
tail. You swung it around, slammed it in the floor a
I
few
think
times.
Scott's getting a little angry.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, the baby hand.
Are you a little angry? So it's okay.
Both my werewolves are mean to little bitches.
There's
He
something
was
about
very
werewolves where we just
threatening.
beat them in the head, and I feel bad about that.
You know what? I blame Kylie because Kylie was the one that said she wanted werewolves to be what was fought. And so this is entirely Kylie's fault, and Skitsy. Entirely
Skitsy.
Kylie and Skitsy's fault.
I would like to add, I have not fought a werewolf yet. Everyone else has, so you could still fuck me up.
You've not
You know, there's
fought
still a
anything
chance.
since like episode 2.
Oh, wait.
Hey,
It may have been Kelly. I don't know. They're the same person. It may have been Kelly. I honestly don't remember.
Yeah.
man,
It's in
you're gonna
Discord.
fuck me up today. I know.
Are we winning?
I think so.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're on the same horse, and we've got the unconscious priest on a horse, and we're riding back. Did Did Dorian and Imber chase the Sarah lady on
I
the?
think
Yeah,
we're
we went into the
in route
woods.
of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Chased it.
Did Dorian and Bear chase the what?
The come
Oh,
little
which lady?
children
Yes.
lady.
They were going to follow after. Correct. Because they kind of like ran down the stairs, went and checked, and they realized, I think it was, they were originally, hold on. There was originally seven
six, now
kids,
there's
but
two.
one kid you believe was Grundle, and then there were 6 kids,
Oh,
but
yeah.
now you believe there's only 2 left inside there. So,
You guys know the Monty Python Holy Grail scene where like they're riding, then like it cuts back and they're further back riding, and it cuts like they just keep like
Yeah.
being like slowly advancing, then all of a sudden they're there. I feel like that's us trying to catch up to you guys on horseback, where it looks like we're really close, and then it cuts back and we're further away, because that's how
When they're
Scott's
charging
land
the-
directions work.
When they're charging the tower.
I do
too,
like Monty
from, really
Python.
far away.
Yeah.
except for the Flying Circus, I couldn't get into Flying Circus. But, anyways, so who do we want to start with? I assume it's the 2 chasing the lady.
No, I think the horse
Yeah.
people should finally catch up to us. So
I agree.
I mean horse people.
Well, it's
Horse
turning-
you.
people,
Called
horse
Pony and horse
people.
Centaurs.
You
Sorry.
know,
It was just turning morning as we were riding back, right? I don't remember.
Oh shit, was it?
I think he
Hope
said
not.
like we were riding on our way there and it started to turn morning. And I think that's when you guys woke up. So maybe we're just a bit behind you. I don't know though. That's how you described it, I think. Scott, correct me if I'm wrong.
she's not wrong. They were definitely leaving when it was. That's why they're so tired. I think I actually finally hit them with a level of fatigue, didn't I?
No,
No.
you wouldn't do that.
Oh no, I think I made you make a Constitution save, and you guys saved it, which is why you're not fatigued. That's what
I
happened.
think you just told us we were actually. I don't think we rolled. I think you just told us we were fatigued.
good, because that's what I was kind of hoping for.
You didn't give us a chance to save ourselves.
Oh, good. That's even better. I actually like that a lot better. Yeah, see,
man,
last thing I
really
see
played
is
this well.
persuasion, deception, animal handling, luck, and then it goes over to Pat and Bear. So I'm pretty sure you guys are just fatigued. You're fatigue. Okay? You hear me? Rena and
No.
Wade, you're fatigue.
I'm not fat.
The fuck did you say to me?
You're wicked fatigue.
What'd you say to me, you little shit?
I know I have that already on my
How
We have
dare you
exhaustion-
assume gnomes can't ride horses?
exhaustion level 1.
Perfect. Wade, do you
Gnomes can
did you-
ride horses in saddlebags.
How dare you?
Not
What?
wrong.
Wade, did you know that you can have fatigue on your character sheet as like a markable thing, or no?
No, how do I do that?
Roll 20
That's
lesson,
new.
everybody. Open up your your Roll 20 5e character sheet. Then on the far right hand side, there's a little settings cog. You're gonna click that cog, and then I think it's halfway down ish on the right hand side. It says fatigue enable. I think I should probably open
No.
it if I'm directing it.
No, it's on it. That's completely wrong. On the character sheet itself,
Yeah, you go to the settings cog.
yeah, the settings cog next to spell, not the one up by your class.
Yeah, the settings cog.
And then on the right side, it says show global something something. Or no, it's below that. It's below that.
It's on the far right hand side. You scroll down. It says show exhaustion tracking, and you click on. I
Yeah.
just did it for Ember because the person giving you directions didn't know what they were
No.
doing.
turning it back off. I don't want
No,
it.
and now it's on here. No, now it's gone.
How do I know it's
Okay,
working? Do I have disadvantage on something?
I'm sorry.
It doesn't do anything. It just tells you
Oh,
what
so
effect you have.
yeah. Let's say if you press up 1 on the little tracker, it's now going to be beneath your HD and above your attack rolls on the core page. When you go up, it'll show you what effects are happening to you. Totally check out when you're at like say 6 or 7, Wade.
Did it just say die? Hey, stop! Put me back down.
I'm death.
There you go. He found it.
Disadvantage on ability check.
Pat, did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So it's just
Does attacking count as an ability check?
no, ability checks are specifically so if I say like roll a strength check, or if it's a skill check, or if it's an initiative roll.
I thought fatigue. Is it a different system where fatigue makes you have disadvantage on attack rolls? for
That's
one
level 3 fatigue is attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh.
Level 2
This
is
is the second
speed.
time Derb's been fatigued in like 4 sessions. I'm as useless as in Bear.
I mean, it doesn't have to
Dude,
be.
what the fuck? That's my character.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to play useless. Sorry. It would be nice to see Messi break his role and play a useful character.
Yeah, I'm thinking about my next character being a guy with no arms, legs, or head. So,
Dude,
you
you
should be
gotta
able
get.
to do something with that.
So in Bear.
You gotta get head.
Fix his skateboard.
No head.
All right,
No head.
We're on horses, slowly
head.
advancing to the tower.
So actually, whether or not you're able to get to them at a reasonable period of time, I'll be kind enough to say Wade and Rena both choose somebody in chat to roll a D100. We'll do it advantage style to see if you guys are able to get there in time. As for the other two, you're obviously pursuing behind the witch that's there. So I'll have you make tricks in 1 second. Let's let them call out those people.
Kylie, you go for me since Scott wrongfully accused you.
Yeah, that is fair, because Kylie
No.
and Kelly are not the same person.
Kylie said I'm typecasted, so
Hey,
I can't
55.
let her.
I'm fine.
I'm gonna go for Nero.
I'm curious how this is gonna work considering we're on the same horse.
Rena likes it when they beg. Ask Cryptic.
No, nope.
I'm gonna go for
Nice.
Nightbot. Woo! Nice, Nero.
Nice, Nightbot.
Both
86.
rolled over 50.
Good.
Okay, so you guys will get there in a decent time. Please allow me to start this, and we'll pull you guys in there shortly, okay? So you guys go outside to start chasing after what's going on. You kind of went downstairs. You looked through the area. You intentionally went down, stayed inside, went through the inside, went down. You opened up the door to see where the children are. You quickly counted their heads. Went out the back door, which is where you know that they were kind of coming out from, and then went to look out and see where exactly it was that they had gone off to now that you're finally outside. You guys did not yet roll for me perception checks to see what you can see when you get outside, and clearly you don't have anybody to look outside for you anymore. Who? Nobody.
My 1 HP owl gone. But I
Excuse
would
me,
like to say
I
that
destroyed a part of your soul if we were playing Pathfinder.
What did I see?
you're not there.
Wade, you saw that it
Silly
wasn't your
goose.
turn.
It's
Oh.
nighttime, and I don't have night vision or dark vision. I mean, so I'm
Wrong,
gonna roll
Wade.
disadvantage.
Wade, you're actually going to be able to see your children in a bear trap.
Finally, those little shits.
Got him.
I'm not even
Can
gonna
I-
release
Okay.
the trap.
Can I roll perception then?
Yes,
Oh, I should have rolled with disadvantage anyway.
but with
I forgot.
disadvantage.
Wait, why does he have disadvantage?
Why is he at disadvantage?
Oh no, you roll normal. I'm sorry. Take it.
I have
was like, why am I
rescind-
rolling disadvantage?
I rescind my comment.
Okay.
I have disadvantage.
Hog.
Eesh, hope mine's good.
It's a weird one, Jared. Weird. You guys rolled very well. Do you want to wait, have you guys had a long rest yet? No, you have not. You only had a short rest because you got interrupted by this situation. So do you guys want to
I
add
don't get
luck to
spell
that?
slots back, do I?
No.
For shorts?
Mm-mm.
I get my inspiration back though, right?
C. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm not gonna look.
Okay. So you guys burst out the back door trying to see what's going on, and immediately you
Ugh.
cannot see where it is that they've gone off to. You cannot see them any longer. Even trying to listen to hear the singing. Wade, would you like to take it away?
Come, little children, I want to eat some food.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Little children, sandstorm is by Darude.
Okay.
There you go. That's what she said.
Wow. No wonder they're following her. She's a memer.
Okay.
Eat spicy goodness. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Imagine with beautiful blonde hair and like leaning around.
It's gonna do like nursery songs, like saying a song, a sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 6
What
and
the hell is
20
that?
blackbirds all baked in a pie. When the pie
is
was
that?
opened, the birds began
Was
to
made
sing.
of kids.
Was that
And
not
we
a
went
dainty
to
dish
the
you set
church
before
where we
a
found
king?
some skids with books on them.
How about this one? Wait. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son Sean went to bed with his socks on. One shoe off and one shoe. No.
Little Miss Muppet sat on a puppet. I know him too, Scott. I was also in nursery once.
Wait, you were in nursery?
Yeah.
One day I'll,
Wait, your
I
head's
won't be
looking
the
better.
only parent
Looks less
here.
red.
Yeah, I
What-
survived the sunburn just in time to die.
Maybe that's why I hit you so hard. It's just because you got sunburned. Don't get sunburned before you get your shot. So,
That's all it was. Too much vitamin D.
hashtag not medical advice.
Oh, hey, you know what I just noticed, Scott? Your is that your left hand?
I
There-
already said it's in the front seat of my car. I
Yeah,
wore
he
it
said
all
he
day
found
today.
it.
It's in the front seat of my
Okay.
car. I know exactly
He
where it
said
is.
he found it.
Do I need to
He
go
says
get it?
32 hours.
I'm just curious
Uh,
why your
do I
ring
need
leaves
to
your
Maybe during the
hand.
break.
Because it
That's
gets
what I'm saying.
uncomfortable. It's like
Okay.
I just don't
Come
like
over,
being
Scott
married.
pulls up to get food, and the lady at the register is really cute. He's like, "Oh, my ring's all of a sudden so uncomfortable."
Oh my god.
Throws it on the
Goes
car
to the
floor.
bar. He's
Hey.
like, "Oh, my ring is all of a sudden so uncomfortable."
I mean, who goes to bars right now? I haven't been to a bars. I don't even know what year it was. 2018?
I don't know.
So, quick
2017?
thing for chat that don't know, Scott loses his wedding ring often, and we have bets on how long it'll be until he loses it again. So I believe it was Tyler that said 30 days.
Next time it
Yeah.
won't be the
No.
ring; it'll be the wife.
So if it's anything less than 30 days, Tyler
Straight
wins.
facts
Anything
out
above
here,
that,
dude.
Ah!
less than 60.
It is not lost. It is in the cars in the front seat. I'm getting it now. That's Brittany in chat. I'm getting it now.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Wade. That's my fault.
Actually, it's Britt's fault. So
It's Scott's fault.
that's fun.
Yeah.
I had a feeling like maybe we'll actually play today.
I'm
He
so
got pulled
sorry.
over probably by like a female police officer for speeding, and he was like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, my ring's so uncomfortable."
Oh,
Took it
I'll
off,
pay
and
the
they
bill.
go
I have a
down.
lot of money. Hides his wedding ring behind his
Officer,
back.
I'd gladly and pay a fine. I'll do both.
Ma'am, if you'd like to read me my rights, I'd love to listen.
Am I being detained? Can I be?
Please.
I
Are you
love
doing the detaining?
handcuffs? I love when things get.
On the side of the road? In the middle of the day?
Do you
Sir-
mind if I
Sir,
bring
you're going
my?
to jail.
Do you mind if I bring my?
I may have the right to.
I don't
think you
remain silent. It doesn't
understand.
mean I will.
I got up there. I got up there just in time for Brittany to try to get out the door to get to the car before me. I had to wrestle her. Luckily, she's tiny, so I could get out there first.
You just pushed her, you kicked her, and
Hello,
like, ran
911?
past her.
Probably ran
God.
over her with the car.
Stole her keys, and bam. See? I knew
Hit
exactly
her
where
with
it
the
was.
car for good measure.
You got it back from the cop.
Came back inside.
Scott and Britt right
Threw
now.
the keys at her body.
Stop.
All right, cool. You're in the clear. Now we can continue.
Back to the game, please.
Yeah.
We have a lot to do.
Yep.
All right.
Their perception checks for 9/11.
What is my-
Yeah, come on, dude. Did you have to say it? Add them
Alright.
together, that's 21.
No, it's not.
Don't.
21.
It's not 21.
It's
It's
21.
22. 22. You're right. I'm sorry.
Damn him.
It's 74.
Anyways, so yeah, the that's about how out of breath I am.
Haha.
So you guys are where were we? You go outside and you're looking around, you don't see anything, you don't hear anything, including any Wade singing like
The children are
Sarah.
so dead silent as they stomp through the woods and the leaves.
No, you just
I
took too much time getting out there.
I believe I knew,
down here.
what direction she came from with the owl.
You know where she came from? She was standing there.
Fine.
And they were
See
coming
where
out the
she-
door too.
Cotton Eye Joe
Green
went.
eyes and long blonde hair. She wasn't wearing underwear.
Did see her take the
Okay,
first
dude.
several. You did see her first take the first like 2 dozen steps or so before she looked up at the bird and it died. I
was
crushed
an
that
owl.
bird. I killed that bird.
Just by looking, that's crazy. Okay, well then I have some idea of what direction she went, so we could just run off into the woods that way if you want.
You can try to look for prints in the ground
Yeah.
as a survival check to try to track.
Can I help him with that? Can I give him advantage?
He has
by
eyesight, and I
assisting?
don't have eyesight. I'll assist you. I'll tell you where it was, and then you can take a look.
Well, what's your
There's-
name? Is it you say nature check?
You said survival.
Okay. I've
Are
got a
you
1 in
survival
survival.
Okay, yeah, roll. Same as me,
Is it advantage?
surprisingly. Scott, does he have advantage because I saw kind of where she started to go, and I can show him the direction? And
If
he
you're
has,
aiding him,
dark
then
vision.
if you're aiding him, you can give him advantage. Yes. Sorry, I was just contemplating
yes.
for a second. Also, hi Tash, how are you doing, sexy?
Oh,
Hog.
Would you like to modify that roll, sir?
sure. I'll figure out how many we have. Sick.
Sheesh.
3 dice.
Blinkies.
Good thing we got long rest and we all have all of our stuff.
Wow, that wasn't begging. So the
Begging.
I'll show you begging. Pretty please.
Give me back my wedding ring I left in the car. please, please.
where I should have a wedding ring, please.
no, I don't get a 10 there. I don't wear it often enough.
Oh, I wear gloves to make sure I don't get a 10, so I take off my
I don't wear it often enough. That's a good answer.
No 10. Look at that. Is that a win? I feel like that's not a win. Let's keep going.
Have you
No,
thought
it's
about
not
getting
a
a
win.
ring that maybe, I don't know, fits properly?
It does fit properly, actually. I used to have a
If it's
tungsten ring, which was way
uncomfortable,
worse.
just take it off. Then you want to take it off, then it doesn't.
I just want to get it tattooed. I'll just get it tattooed. It's
I
right
can't see you getting a tattoo. Do you have a tattoo, Scott?
Real
I
awkward
do.
if you get a divorce one day.
Where do you have a tattoo?
there. I have a large one right here.
What is it of? I've
It's,
never seen it.
It's the
Himself.
Greater Mark of the Sentinel from Eberron.
Oh, okay.
Third
Got
ring?
it.
I'm not even joking. I'm 100%
No, I
serious.
believe you.
Third
That's the
ring?
problem.
Yeah, okay. But it took like a long time. There's no black in it either. It's all color, so yeah. The outline's in purple, so it was like a really thick needle. It was fun.
I'm looking it up.
Oh my Jesus.
All right, so anyways,
Jesus Christ, that's complicated.
Greater Mark of the Sentinel.
Greater? Oh,
we don't
it's just the
care.
other
What
ring
are
in
they?
there.
What's the survival? 22. Woo woo.
No, it's my third ring, Brittany, not my fourth. The first one got smashed between
If
two
you
kicks.
lost your ring even once, you don't need to have any defense.
I
here,
know
just
where
go
every one
on.
of them are, but that's
And
okay.
you know where they all are. I
They're
chose
in the
to
car.
lost them.
Trust me.
This is exactly where they are. Brittany, where are those other 2 rings?
The bottom of a lake. Let's go on.
Probably. At this rate,
Let's keep going.
you'll be down there with them.
Let's not get there. Let's keep going.
Hey, you can push Scott in, Rena. Not Rena. Oh my god. Britt, you can push Scott in. That's fine. No one will mind.
I'll push him in. It's
I mean, yeah, you
I'll
can push
help,
him in
Britt.
too, I guess. But yeah, he's so small. One of you's
We
gotta
rolled a
hold
22.
him still.
So you guys rolled a 22 to try to go in. Not you, but the important people rolled a 22 to try to find the tracks. And it was actually, it's one of those things where looking down and trying to see the tracks, you actually don't see any tracks at first. Like you literally saw 3 bird's eyes. This person here with the children following them. You saw that yourself. You went inside the room. You see the children are missing. There's no doubt in your mind that this definitely happened, but you look down, you see no tracks. So it's almost one of those things where you're not seeing it. It's actually not at first Pat. It's actually sorry, I shouldn't say Pat. I should say Dorian. It's not Dorian at first that sees it. It's Bear. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get all the names to my
Do you
head.
have
No,
any
you're good,
idea
you're
who?
good, you're
This is like episode fucking 40.
Yeah, I know.
I have
I
ADHD
know.
and about with names. Leave me alone. I'm
I'm still trying to
triggered
remember
right
where the
now.
other 3 rings are.
It's in the back of my head.
Did I
So
lose it in the booster seat? I don't know. Maybe it's like in between the booster seat where the belt buckle goes through.
Hmm.
You guys like
It's
my
in my-
mic?
Yeah, I noticed that. I like it. Yeah.
Seems like a handy one to have.
got eyes now too.
Remember when you guys wanted to play this week?
So you
I'm waiting.
as you guys start moving away from the place, trying to see it, and it's like, no, they should be right here. Like, in Bear kind of looking around, like they should be right here. I definitely saw that they should be right here. And I imagine there's even a bit of a doubt in his mind because he's literally forgotten so many things recently, or at least he's told he's forgotten so many things recently that maybe he's forgetting something else as well. But after like kind of running up a little bit and looking around, eventually you do kind of see like a footprint there, but just barely. Moving up even further and moving quickly, you guys come to realize these footprints they seem to be fading very quickly. And as you're standing there literally looking down at a print while kind of like discussing the matter, which feel free to jump to RP in a moment if you'd like, you can actually literally watch the footprints beneath you fading. Like whatever tracks they're making are very quickly being erased behind themselves. Go ahead.
I've never seen a magic like this. Kind of look into Ember for I don't know, more clarification on what's going on.
I don't remember.
Wait, is it
anything
morning?
like this?
Does he remember yet?
Nope.
It's not morning, and he does not remember
It's
yet.
24 hours.
Well, yeah,
So
but wasn't it morning? It was like 9 a.m. when you
It
guys
was like
hit with it.
mid-morning. Yeah, it was like mid-morning. Is Seven still with us, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Ooh, it's hot. Hot.
Hey, Seven, you don't get to keep any of your abilities from transformation, do you? Like you don't have like
No. Or sorry,
a
you.
powerful nose or something? No, Scott.
Guess he's not very talkative today.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were talking to
Was-
Pat, asking if he
That,
had
that
any
was
powerful magic.
that
like
was
that.
to
Yeah,
Seven.
we're all
I am
seven.
genuinely so sorry.
I'm 7.
So
he's
speak to
7.
me.
We're
Go ahead.
all
Go ahead.
7.
Ask again about the powerful nose or whatever it is.
Yeah. So he said, Seven, you don't get to keep any of the abilities of your transformation when you turn back to you. Like you don't have a powerful nose or something.
He goes, I keep a furry ass.
Okay.
So say we all.
I guess we could just keep walking around and try to find where our footprints appear and where they don't. Maybe that's the only way we can track them. Nice cup holder.
Not smart.
Thanks, man.
I hope it's empty.
It's not.
Let's keep going.
Can I do it with this one?
I believe in Mike.
I feel bad for your keyboard. I hope it's wireless.
It's not lactose intolerant. It should be fine.
Let's keep going. So you he just says my furry ass.
Yeah. Yeah, so I suggested to the group that we walk around and see where footprints appear, where they don't, and that's like the only way I can think of that we can track them. Unless, of course... Oh, it is a first level spell. Okay, well then I can use Detect Magic. Would that help me track it?
Or maybe, I don't know.
Let's
Cast
see.
a spell. Use a spell slot, please.
I did.
Thank you for using a spell slot. Did you have spell slots to use?
When does
Yep.
Messi ever do anything? He has all of his spells since the dawn of time.
That's true.
Wait.
Pat does tend to cast spells a lot more rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
I could ritual cast that, so I don't need to use a spell slot.
Do you want to stand
How long does
around
that
for
take?
10 minutes?
Hold on. Maybe better idea. Maybe better idea. Can I track children? I know I've asked this before, but now I have specific children.
Okay, let me describe or name a
I
specific
don't feel
kind
good
of
enough for this shit.
beast or plant. And
Are humans not beasts?
Hold on.
and how
Scott,
many
children are
meters
beasts.
must you stay away from a school?
Children are beasts.
Scott, remember
It
when
says
you were a
5
child?
miles.
Huh?
Remember when you were a child? Okay, tiny, tiny Scott that has a beard
Definitely
already
beastly.
because he,
Yeah.
and he's just like, fuck, gonna mess stuff up. That's very beast-like.
I know I've asked this before, but can I track children?
I did. He said, "Do you have children to track?" And I said, "No." And then he said, "Well, then you can't." But now I do. Now I have their names. I know where they live. I've seen them.
Oh Jesus!
I think Tess should roll a D100. If it's evens, Messi should be able to. If it's odds, he shouldn't be able to.
I really
feel
should
that's
not be
pretty
able
fair.
to.
I
I really should
disavow.
not be able to.
I disavow the Florida man.
It was
63.
odd anyway.
Man,
Plus, I kind of believe that children are more like plants than animals.
Okay, okay.
They're always growing and ruining your dirt.
I like dirt.
What?
Go on.
Do you
Okay.
want to ritual cast that? Detect magic.
No, I can cast innately once a day, and is today technically a new day?
No,
Right.
not until you use once a day means long rest.
Does it?
Yeah, that's just shorthand.
Okay, then I'll use my spell, and we'll try to catch them, because I don't want to wait forever.
So you're gonna use a spell slot.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oops. Well, there you go.
Go ahead. Go ahead and use me your Arcana check, please. And Pat's with you. You guys can have an advantage on that.
Don't fuck this up. You fucked
I got a
it.
10.
Why are you so terrible at Arcana? Isn't
How
that
much
your
luck do
thing?
we have?
3.
3.
You can do a D6 with a 3. That's a chance.
I'll
of
do a
5.
D6.
Incoming 1.
Wait, what the fuck? Why'd you say it out loud? You ruined this
You're
campaign.
Terrible.
Can I give you inspiration?
You have an Arcana of 0 as our magic person. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hold up.
I also have no memories.
Technically speaking,
No
And
excuse.
I can't track children.
I've got better Arcana than you. And I'm a fucking smithy.
technically speaking,
not-
You spit fire out your ass and you don't know the shit about it. I
an,
make
a-
hammers and
I
swords.
don't spit fire in my ass. What are you talking about? It comes out of my hands.
Go ahead, Scott.
an Ashton Phoenix did offer you a reroll. Would you like to accept it, or would you like
Well,
to
can
accept?
I give him an inspiration?
You'd have to give it in advance.
Oh, okay.
Is this technically non-advanced because I don't reroll? Okay. Okay, I'll reroll with advantage, right? Or is it
yeah,
just
you do
one
the full,
normal
the
roll?
full reroll.
Perfect.
Incoming
And then we
before
add
it's
1 to it. Uh-oh.
Nice.
You
13.
suck.
You
Wait,
check-
don't you get to reroll the luck because
he
of the
does.
13.
Do roll a d6. Just press slash R1.
Oh,
d6.
nice.
in before another one?
I think it's a
That'd be
4.
As long
three.
as it's
4.
a big number. Woo,
Three.
15.
You come to the realization by looking at this magic, you're really happy you didn't choose to ritual cast, because that would have been a bad idea. The way that this magic works, so you're not familiar with the spell, but just kind of like diagnosing the magic, it seems as though there's like an enchantment that seems to follow behind where the witch is going, or whatever this creature is going, that is erasing the tracks behind them. So the tracks themselves are lifting and disappearing. So you kind of have two options. One, you can continue concentrating on the spell and follow it because it's giving off an aura of magic up to 10 minutes. Or two, run close enough that you can see the tracks while they're fresh and try to maintain watching the tracks themselves.
What if it's like under their feet? You're just under their feet, like there they are. I see the tracks.
Well, you saw tracks moments ago and
There's
you didn't see
shoes, too.
anybody around, so there's a bit of a delay. Just how much of a delay? How deep do you want it?
I
If you
think
go into your
we should-
OBS settings, you can adjust the delay.
I think we, I think we should follow the visuals of the magics and not the visuals of footprints, because it'd be a lot easier to track that way.
Okay, that's what you want to do.
That is what I would like to do. I don't care if like 2 kids die, as long as I get to save half, or
Mama came
Technically,
home to
this-
2
this is
dead
true.
sons, and
This
she
is
was
true.
like, well,
If
at least you saved one.
if 3 people die and 1 person lives, then everyone thinks you're a hero and they're like, oh my god, you saved someone. But if 3 people live and 1 person dies, you're a monster because you let someone die. So today I'm letting 1 person live.
That's fair.
What if they all live? Are you gonna kill 2 of them just to make sure it's only 1?
Probably should. Damn.
Claw hands.
Kill them all at that point. I'll be like,
We do need to
Anakin
freshen
in
up
episode
our
3.
stock of food.
You got bear traps on you? You can do it now.
The kids
He
can't be
does.
kidnapped if there's no kids.
We saved the town.
Norwegian green.
They could be
Jacksonville,
knapsack
Florida.
if they're made into slices.
No. Come on, I'm not being serious.
Earliest
But
flight.
if we did kill all the kids, there wouldn't be any more experiments.
Chat, they're
so-
imaginary children. It's okay. They're imaginary ham sandwiches.
Oh boy. Okay.
You think they'd be better with provolone or like American, Swiss?
American cheese is honestly a diss. Like if you're handed American cheese, you're being insulted.
Unless it's on a cheeseburger.
Who the fuck hands you cheese? You put it
Yeah.
on something.
Excuse
The
me.
people
the
at Target,
deli.
they're like, "Hey, try this cheddar."
Well,
I've never walked into
Costco.
Target. They're just like,
Slap
have
that
some
shit out
fucking
of my face.
I was
cheese.
like Costco or BJ's or something like that,
Costco.
sure, but not
Grab
not
it, you
Target.
frisbee it at the nearest chiller.
Target has actually. Mine
What?
has at least.
Really?
Yeah, they've offered. I don't know why they've been doing. They haven't done it since COVID hit, but like, they did it months and months and months and months ago. They would just offer snacks by the snack aisle.
That's cool.
They'd be like, "Hey, try this
that was
new
pre-COVID?
product." Okay. Yeah.
I know Market Basket does that sometimes. So
Did they
Doesn't
find the witch?
yeah, you guys are actually able to continue because you did that really good check earlier. You're able to continue following the tracks if you would like, or you could follow the magic if you would like. It's your choice.
Didn't we? Is this Groundhog Day? Didn't we make the choice already?
Actually, I didn't hear which choice they wanted to do. I just
Magic.
his. Oh, you
Yeah,
followed the magic.
magic.
Okay,
You
cool.
did because you
Yeah.
acknowledged it.
Yeah, you said magic, and
You
you
just said that's what you want to do
Yeah,
in a
You said, "That's what
disapproving
you wanna
way.
do?" Yeah, I
Okay,
did
well,
remember
that's what
that.
you want to do. So
Yeah,
as
just
you
like that. Yeah.
as you guys come to start following the magic, walking forward, can I have all four of you make me a perception check, please? If you don't have dark vision, disadvantage, please. Also, if you have
that's just
fatigue,
me, but-
disadvantage, please.
If you have asphyxiation, what?
What the fuck?
Damn,
Poggers, Patrick.
Pat.
I see everything. I can see Scott's other rings at the bottom of that lake. I can see the glisten.
My precious.
Oh, baby, baby.
I'm kind of mad about that actually.
I see fucking all. I'm Dr. Durbanstein.
I know what happened here.
Wait, don't I
get
get advantage with my scope? So
What
shouldn't I
the
just have?
fuck is Doctor?
I don't think you'd be
No.
aiming with it. It's not like a GoPro. You can't just mount it to your head.
I fucking glued that shit to my retinas.
Just have a big monocle.
Are you gonna
With a
you're gonna glue
microscope.
it to your dick when? Never mind.
Yeah, so I can see where I'm
All right.
going.
Treadmill, you
On
heard
to
you
the
heard what Pat
babies.
requested. Pat requested that drawing, please.
I
Wade with
know
a
where I'm
GoPro
going.
strapped to his head.
I thought it was a telescope.
The idea of it's really funny to me though.
You guys ever seen that movie where it's like the talking baby or whatever, but like the whole
Let's have
beginning is
some
like
range,
the sperm
goddamn.
swimming to the egg?
No.
It's like Look
Osmosis
Who's Talking.
Jones?
I think it's called Look Who's Talking. The movie Look Who's Talking.
Could you imagine Moses Jones and they fucking run into a sperm cell? That would be insane. That'd be one hell of an episode.
It'd be weird if they only ran into one. There'd be like millions of them.
Yeah.
You'd watch them all die off as like they lose the race.
All my brothers and sisters are dead.
Like one stops, take a sip of water. It's like, fuck, I lost. It shrivels before your eyes.
That's right.
It would actually, it would be really horrifying because they'd be dying to acid.
Remember, everybody, the only reason why you're
It
here
melted.
watching the show is because millions have died for you. Because of you. Don't worry
Fuck
about
my
it.
brothers and sisters who failed.
That
Should've
sounds a little
passed their
incestuous. So,
Where's your participation trophy, bro?
oh God.
Goddamn. You know, technically, well, I don't. You know what? Let's just move on.
Okay. So, okay.
It's like the after show came out during the show there for a second for us, but I think we're good now.
Yeah, the last one I just didn't release it. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
know that.
why?
I didn't release that one. I was like, probably not a good
was
idea.
so
for this one.
funny.
It was very funny. It was too funny, but that's fine. Moving
Great
on.
sperm race.
You guys looking out and what it is that what it is, Patrick, that you see, and what it is, I should say, Dorian and Durb. What it is that your characters both see is your underquainted
Dorian and
love.
Durb?
Yeah, Dorian and
You're
Durb.
probably rolling up around this time.
It's your underquainted love. It's your bond. You see it. No distance.
Oh my god, a forge.
No beasts. No darkness can stop you guys from seeing the way that each one of you lightens up the world around you. each other.
What the fuck's happening right now?
You guys see
I
each
don't
other.
know.
You're traveling, and they're traveling.
Oh, we're back.
And you're like,
Oh.
is that
That
Dorian?
I just got on. I'm
Durb?
sorry.
Dorian?
Dorian!
Yeah, and then they run towards each other.
Hey,
Yeah.
we got the priest. You see us riding on the same horse and a horse next to us with just like
With the
priest
body,
hunched
yeah.
over.
The body
In a
on it.
moo Maybe the moo is like flaring up or whatever.
Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
I
use
forgot
him like
about
a
the
saddle.
moo-moos.
Just hop on.
You got him from the other town then?
At Grundle's, actually.
How do you make it
Dude.
back?
Well, I'm not sure how he made it to Grundle's, but when we found him, he was on that table in the basement. The guards were dead. These are their horses, actually.
I apologize to interrupt the welcoming or the, everybody find each other again. We gotta go. The kid's been taken by
Oh,
something.
yeah. Yeah.
Dorian would just like
follow me.
interrupt like an ass almost.
But the kid, like, what kids?
4 of the kids are missing. And I'm
Oh,
kind of pointing the direction
Someone
of
took them.
Ember
Dude, just
and Hyphon.
sit on the priest. Get on the horse. Let's we can catch up faster that way.
You want to bring the priest with us?
Well, it's better than just dumping him here. Wait, there's 3 of you. Maybe we can't all fit on here.
Well,
Maybe 7
Right
could
ahead.
take the priest back?
Ember seems to know where the magical trail is.
Well,
And-
hold
but
up-
you
hold
want a
up.
werewolf to take a werewolf back to an orphanage?
He's a werewolf too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Though I don't know if it's through the same means or what, but and
Breaking-
actually it didn't, I mean, he didn't transform back the same way that Seven did. Where we destroyed the orb for Seven, we tried to do so for the priest here, and that didn't seem to work. It was only when he fell unconscious is when he changed back.
Okay, well, we have to do something quick because I can only keep the spell up for a few more minutes.
So you guys were already on foot. Can we keep up on foot?
You want to leave them with the horses here?
Don't forget, to be clear, the only horses they're riding are horses that don't belong to any of you. So your 4 horses are still in theory available. These horses all belonged to the soldiers that came here earlier.
Are we still at the orphanage or close to?
You just
You're-
got to the
Yeah,
orphanage.
more or
We're, like,
less
in the
right
back.
outside of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. What he's saying.
Well, 7, jump on this horse. You 2 grab your horses and let's go.
Ember can't really stop to grab horses, just as a reminder, because Ember needs to start moving because he's seeing the spell go off.
All right. Dorian, can you grab his horse and your horse and catch up to him that way?
Yes, I could do that.
Great.
I have a horse?
That works.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Rode
I
here
know
on it.
that.
All right, lead the way. Where are we going?
Okay, follow me. And we all split up.
So some people go get horses and kind of come back or whatever it is. While Ember, at the very least, starts moving forward. Others joining him. That's fine.
I'm gonna stay on the horse with Atelia because I think her horse is faster than mine.
Your pony?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
But either way, so you guys go and grab it. It's not difficult for Ember to keep moving forward and following the spell. You know what I mean? It's just he can only see it within 30 feet. So he's going to go right after it, be like, oh, there it is. Oh, thank God. And keep moving. Well, again, others get the horses or whatever and come to join the group that was with Ember, right? It's not like this is an incredibly arduous thing. Even if you guys, if Ember is with 2 others, you could have one just with an air shot of Ember, hey, this way, and one with an air shot back that you could daisy chain the shit. Just obviously with some degree of discretion.
I imagine we can bring him his horse. He can hop on his horse and we can all just ride together, right?
At that point, yeah, after the horse actually comes over, yes. So either way, that's what I'm saying. It's not that difficult. But you guys are moving forward. But the problem is, very quickly you realize they're going into obviously the woods that are inside this area. So yeah, you're going into the woods that's in the area. It's not like it's too difficult for the horses to travel through by any stretch of the imagination, but you already know that there are the neck creatures are inside the wood. You want to make sure that you are careful because traveling too deep into the woods around the neck creatures that
They
might
were on the
exist over here.
path last time. What are they doing in the woods? They need to make up their minds.
They live in the woods and come to the path.
They do? In a house?
Maybe they're sleeping. Maybe they're late night partiers.
They're down by the bay where the watermelon. So you are trying to follow this thing. Now, Messy, as previously said, you can easily follow the spell as long as you maintain concentration. But here's the big question. Are you guys trying to follow this to where it goes? Or are you trying to catch up and intercept?
we're on horses. We could probably catch up pretty quick. I don't think we want to wait till they get where they're taking the children, do we?
Yeah, I think we're trying to just catch up.
So I imagine as you're moving forward, and Bear, of course, in lead, everybody else can have a moment to discuss what it is that you saw, what it is that you think you're dealing with, so the Witcher can have information to make a plan with. Don't forget, too, that all of you are, even if you haven't used all your spells, you're probably fatigued. So, go ahead.
Oh no, I slept.
So what exactly was it that you saw? Or how do you know
Come, little
where we're going?
children, I want to eat your
I didn't.
souls.
I don't remember. Was it me that saw it, or was it Ember that saw it, Scott?
And
I
Bear.
woke you up. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Ember
Izal
woke
got
me
a
up
bit
to noticing a figure, a dark, shadowy figure, looming in the distance. I was asleep.
It was it's a hooded figure. I couldn't tell who or what it was. Definitely seems to possess some magic.
Well, that's not exactly a good sign.
Also, for some reason, wants to steal children from an orphanage, so probably not friendly.
It could be Grundle.
We never
Maybe-
found the little girl we were tracking, but somehow the priest did end up shackled on a table in Grundle's basement.
Did the little girl go to the basement? What led you there?
Well, the tracks we found led back to Grundle's, or at least the town. It was a pretty good chance that she would be there, but when, like I said, when we got to Grundle's, she wasn't anywhere to be found. Grundle either, just the priest as he was, and the guards.
All the guards dead along the staircase and the basement. And like Atelia said, breaking the orb this time did not change the priest back.
Grundle's place did seem a bit more torn through than when we were there last. So it's very possible she was there. Didn't the priest say that he had hang on, sorry. When the priest was still conscious and human, he did mention something about Grundle wanting to test a theory. Not exactly sure what theory. I believe he said something like if it was what is the word I'm trying to look for here? Contagious, I suppose. Yeah. Or if it
Contagious.
could be. I'm assuming he's talking about his transformation.
Lichens.
Mhm.
That's the plot of Resident Evil 8. Just kidding.
And a
Okay.
million vampire movies.
Yeah. Which, I mean, Resident Evil 8 has vampires in it too. So there you go. Well, if this is Lady Grundle, then she might be able to transform too. It's likely.
Any idea how long the potion would last that she took?
Didn't we
Would I
notice
know?
she transformed? Or was
We
that all
assumed
an
that she took
assumption?
it.
Would I
who
have
was the
any
one-
idea about that?
You were the
Like
one that diagnosed
transformation?
it?
Yeah.
A few hours, certainly not a full day.
Wait, it's been a
You
full
think-
day? Messi,
think-
you're back.
You think several hours has not been a full day? You think several hours, but certainly not a full day. So if she was actually disguised as the little girl, that kind of would track for her being able to pull that off. But her still being in that disguise, it would have to be a new potion, which you saw no signs of back at her place. You don't think it'd be the same potion?
She's very likely back to her normal form at this point in time. The potions she made wouldn't have lasted more than a couple of hours for her.
It seems strange that her demeanor changed along the same time as in Bear's, and yet all of this seems, if it is her, relatively calculated and risky. Like, what's the urgency in risking going back and getting more children right from under our noses and everything? Plus what she did with the guards and the priest. Whether or
Could
not
be
she has her full faculties among her, there's something still doesn't quite add up.
I agree.
Maybe she's close to an answer for something.
But how would she remember that if she's suffering the same kind of amnesia you are? Maybe she has
Maybe.
something different going on.
We don't know she is, right?
I suppose not. Though the way Dorian described it, she seemed like she was out of sorts.
She was definitely in a. Dorian kind of trying to recall back. A much happier mood than we've seen her. Almost like, talking to Derb.
Maybe she'll keep it up then. Maybe when we meet her, she won't know what's going on, what she's doing.
Or she's faking it.
Yeah.
She could possibly be immune to all these effects.
Either way, these children are probably in pretty immediate danger. We should get to them as soon as possible.
I agree. Well, the magic's still strong, but I'm afraid I think the spell might be starting to fade. I don't know how close we are. But I'll ask Scott.
Could I swap here and use my tracking ability to see if I can still?
Oh, you'd have to rush ahead to be close enough to see the tracks rather than hanging back and following the magic because it's fading them.
We're on
but-
horseback going fast. I imagine we could be making.
But the other thing is she would also probably want to hop off of the horse to be able to better follow the tracks that way too, because it is still dark even though the sun's
These are the
starting to come up.
fastest people on foot I've ever encountered in my life.
But again, hold on.
Children.
My point is, it's not necessarily a
Sprinting
matter of.
children.
It's not necessarily a matter of how quickly you can get to them or whatever. It's, do you want to just like rush up on them or did you want to have a plan? Like Witchers don't just run into situations. They tend to plot them out first, so they know what they're doing.
Not the way I play Geralt.
Well,
I mean, there are
some-
four children's lives at stake right now, so...
some people like, you play Witcher on hard? Yeah, of course I do. But do you play it on reckless?
I'm
Yeah,
just trying to
I
see
do.
if maybe like I can find out like if the tracks start to slow down and like maybe pinpoint a location they're in. I'm just trying to find
Well,
them first.
Well,
and
what
then
direction
have we
they're
been
going? Like,
going-
are they going someplace
Yeah.
we recognize?
Yeah,
Into
we
the
going
woods.
in a straight
No.
line the whole time?
No. I mean,
Not a straight line?
they're definitely going to a very pointed place. I could say that, but it's not like it's straight, right? They
It's not like a place we know of.
No. It's not a place that you've come from.
Would
or anything
I
like that.
actually know of it?
No, you're not heading back because you don't know this area too incredibly well, right? But
Really?
they're also, yeah, this isn't your home. This is outside of your home. We've just traveled
I
through
don't
here
have a
before.
home.
Pat, your
I
home is here.
traveled
We
a
love
lot.
you. But
I think you know
but Pat,
area
it's not
that
like
we were before. Well,
yeah, the
not this area.
towns, but not like deep in the woods. You know what I mean? So
I could be a lost child if I wanted to be.
yeah, if you had gone deep in the woods here before, you may not have lived.
Because my owl had 1 HP and it was flying around, could have pecked you a little bit.
So, anyways, the
Luckily, Scott killed the beast, so...
Thank God.
this is deep into the woods. First of all, it was an owl, it was an eagle. So you this
an
is
owl.
deep in the woods. Ask Jake. This is deep in the woods, and you guys have no idea where it is that they're going, but it definitely seems very pointed. You can get that Rena just by following the path as you are with where he's saying. It's like they're not like randomly going about. They're also not going to just a straight line. It seems like they come to like, oh, it's a very obviously kind of like stand out sort of a tree. They turn around that way. Oh, that's a pretty obvious like large stone there. They turn
Is there a
that way.
trail here? Or any kind
trail.
of walked path? Okay.
No
Just
sort of walk
landmarks
path.
then? Okay.
Correct. Landmarks that stand out for you guys, though. So, getting ahead of them is not something that you would necessarily be able to do unless you're like, oh, I know they're ahead of me. You know, you can catch up easily. Any approach that you want to have, Reno, or just fuck it, just catch up to them?
I mean, it's a pretty high sense of urgency here in this situation. I could be like, let me prep for this, but like, how long do these kids have potentially until something bad happens to them? You know what I mean? So,
Also-
sorry, go ahead.
A little bit of meta knowledge, but the last time we accidentally fought a boss in their lair, we didn't it was a bit harder than it was supposed to be. So maybe if we catch her outside of her familiar place.
Yeah, I'm
it
not
might
saying
be a
go
little better.
in, but I'm more so just like, let's find the location.
Want to be
Okay.
clear about that last time? Tyler split the party and attacked the boss at an inopportune time.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know, I was there. I know.
Tyler would never split the party.
It's like Operation
Tyler,
Overkill.
Oh, you're really out of it,
okay.
Wayne.
Hold on. I just want to real quick. I want to go back to that. He split the
Nice
party.
one.
We fought the boss. We spoiler. I'm sorry. We beat the boss. and then we split to separate, and he got mad at us for splitting when we separated, but not that he attacked the boss by himself at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, dude, we're like 500 feet away. It's okay.
It was a
someone
telepathic
wanted all the
connection.
glory.
Yeah, it was good, but he was mad. And I was like, bro.
Are you saying Tyler's a big hole for glory? Just like a bottomless hole for
You cut
glory?
off.
Big butthole.
You're cut off. That's it.
Yeah,
Done.
that's you gotta go home,
Fired.
sir.
Ban. Oh, okay.
Bar's closed.
Oh, glory hole.
Butthole, but for solo.
Yeah.
I was like, you're
Oh.
saying Tyler just always needs to have all the praise, but oh, you meant butthole.
Well,
Or well,
No,
I guess I'm wrong
Glory
about
hole.
that.
not
Look,
that's not a glory
Every
hole.
hole can be glorious.
wait, do you need me to teach you what a glory hole is?
I'm tired.
All right, so moving on.
My dick in a box.
So
It's a
moving
mobile
on.
glory hole.
The boys have glory holes too.
Can
So what am
You
I
can.
rolling for? Am I rolling like a survival here? For,
To
like,
catch up
record?
on them? No, it's actually literally at this point you guys are just rushing.
Oh, I
up
just
on
know
them.
where
Yeah.
it's going to be.
Well,
Okay,
you can
Well,
see where it's
running
going. And you
down.
just like exactly rush up. You're going to be able to find them, especially if you just like fuck it, let's get there quick. And it sounds like that's what the plan is. Fuck it, let's just get there quick.
Yeah, but we're not running in there. We're just gonna, catch up to wherever this location is, and then kind of, scope it out.
They're still in
Or
transit.
just bust it.
You're cutting off the convoy.
Oh, so we will catch up to them. Okay.
In theory, yes. You don't know how far left they have to go.
All right. Well, let me have a little bit more RP then before we
Okay,
just come
there
up
we go.
on them.
Cool.
I don't know exactly what we're going to find out here, but I do have to tell you I don't have any potions or anything prepared for this. I haven't rested in a while either, so I am not going to be quite as useful as I normally am.
That was all of you, not
I've
me.
That's
I've
to
rested.
to all of you.
I've rested only a short while as well. I was woken up before I got my full rest.
Then maybe
I feel
we
like absolute shit.
end this quickly. Throw our most powerful stuff out first and see if we can
We'll be
knock her down.
dependent on you and Bear.
As long as we don't end up hurting the children, hopefully it doesn't threaten their
I-
lives or anything if she sees us coming.
Maybe
Think-
the Dorian, do you think maybe you could lure the children back with some kind of distraction, and then we don't need to fight and finish the witch here. We can escape.
Dorian, can you maybe like pull up in a van with some candy and get the kids to hop in and go back to the church?
My mind was right there.
She did it first. She did it first.
No,
You can get
officer.
them-
Officer,
We're
I'm
kidnapping
trying to
them
lure
back.
the children into
We're
my
kidnapping
van
them back.
away from the danger.
Yeah,
I'm
geez.
luring them
Exactly.
away from the
Exactly.
danger.
I'm
I'm
trying
sure,
to get
officer.
home.
We're saving
I'm a school
them.
bus.
Good thing all the guards are already dead.
If you can get them out of there, then we could save all of them and not have to worry about what
Meta
the witch
wise,
might do,
I don't have the spell slots for that.
what the person might do. You could do it with a loot or your hair or something. I don't know.
I don't know what throwing
What
my
do
loot
children
gun will
like?
do. Money?
Perhaps a gold coin or
Come
two.
on
could
back to
convince the
church
children.
with me. Ha ha ha, tee hee hee hee. I've got lots of good candy, so come on back to church with me.
I see them.
Derb
They're running
is
over the
not a
hill. Keep up,
bard.
Keep going.
Derb is not a bard. Okay.
They're on the
Is
way.
now.
Keep singing.
I've spent enough time with Dorian. I've picked up a few things.
No,
He can
no,
rhyme.
you really haven't. You really have not.
Okay, I picked up nothing.
Thank you.
You picked up a lot of stuff, Wade.
Do you think you could do it without magic? Maybe if you don't have it in you.
I can stop them. I don't know if I'll be able to have them follow me.
What life choices led me to playing a game in front of 200 people where we're trying to lure children away? I'm just
One was
curious
Scott
where I
being
went
the DM.
wrong.
Don't know, man.
I got no answers for you, Wade.
Don't
I
you
got
have
answers
a
for him. Hi,
solid
Molly.
gold loot you could use?
Hi, Molly.
I don't know if my instruments will do anything if they're under a magical control.
It's worth a shot, right? I mean, really don't have too many other options of keeping them safe.
Everyone says hi, Molly.
Hi, Molly.
Actually, only I did, but that's okay.
You're everyone to me, Scott.
Oh.
Look at how
Can we get a
delirious
fan
Wade
cam?
is.
Oh,
He's
I
giving
forgot
compliments
to
to
turn the fan
people.
on my camera. That was dumb
Is
stuff.
it turning off? Oh. Oh, well.
Now it's grainy, Scott.
If you're gonna be playing as Grundle, you'll be Granny, Scott.
Okay, nice. Someone in chat said that Derb could pretend to be a bearded child and lead them away that way. If you want to do that, Wade, if you think that's a good idea.
developed
early.
I think having Derb, having Derb, support with the crossbow while I imagine I'm gonna be fighting whoever it is one on one.
children.
Yeah, no, like we'll have to get the,
Come with
the,
me if
the
you want
kids
to
out of
live.
here. So what I don't know. I mean, I could always just try to help get the children onto like the horses or something, and then you ride back with them or whatever, get them to safety, depending on
Nice cat.
the situation.
Is that a glory hole?
No.
No! Bad, Wade! Bad!
No. Definitely not a glory hole.
Is this
It's
a glory hole?
It's the butterfly meme. Is this a?
I got you. I thought it was funny.
It was. Just not with the cat, please. No bestiality. Children not also on the menu. Just
Okay,
clarify.
Jesus, okay. Too long of a pause there, sir.
I
Okay,
said,
we
yeah,
roll
let's just...
up on the place. Scott, let's go. Where do we
roll up
meet up
on
with
the
them?
place?
Yeah,
feeling
wherever they
like
are.
P Diddy.
Mhm.
We got our
No.
magic and our bows. We're gonna hit this lady.
Okay, let me put on my boss fight background. There we
I
go.
really miss the campaign with that guy, Jack. I wish I could play again, but Mike's not coming back.
very much too.
Oh. All right, so the you guys go rushing forward. It's like rushing up as quickly as you can. Well, there's good news
Oh
and bad.
shit! There's Russians.
Yes, Anna will eventually watch the session. So,
Remember, no Russian.
so the you guys come rushing up as quickly as you can. So, good news and bad news. Good news is, as you're rushing forward, you see the children. Bad news is perception check.
I'm gonna fail.
Disadvantage. Did I sleep on the
I'm gonna
horse?
be an asshole and ask, can I have advantage since I natty 20'd and my natty 20 came out to I saw Derb.
You didn't just see Derb. You saw Derb was tired and just needed a hug.
Okay, that
What
didn't
a
answer.
waste.
so I
Haven't
have
given him
advantage
one.
on
Successes
my
are a fucking
perception
lie.
check.
This is like 10 minutes later. In an entirely different area.
I see Atelia's back.
Well, back again?
I'm on her back of her horse.
I see the top of your head.
Is this all disadvantage?
No,
No, you're normal.
you're normal. You're the only normal one here, Pat.
I'm telling you, I should get advantage for my natty 20.
You didn't need
You
it.
got a 20 again.
Could have been higher.
Do you
Didn't
want
even
to
need it.
modify that at all, sir?
No,
We don't have any fucking dice.
We have no dice. We're just fine. We don't need dice. We don't need
Sorry,
your
I
help.
used them all. I'm sorry.
At least you got a 1 with it.
No, I re-rolled and got a 3.
Oh,
Poggers, dude.
waste.
So as you're rolling forward,
Be
and
my
you-
little pog champ.
Okay.
as you're rolling forward, you see that the children. This is specifically Rena and Pat. So it's that
We gain speed.
Dorian and
6 points per kid.
Oh wait, no,
and
nothing.
Talia.
10 points per Grundle.
Yeah, the Grundle. Go for the Grundle.
Oh,
Dun,
Ca-
dun, 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 dun.
go for the Grundle. Go for the Grundle.
Need a warhorse
Don't go for the
sheet
Grundle.
here so we can throw the or roll the attacks for the.
Wait,
What
is
was
Grundle a
it?
glory
I can't
hole?
even remember. No.
Bruh.
In one way or another, yes.
Trying to learn.
Bruh.
That's how she's known around town. So we ride up onto the kids. I can see them. Is that what my perception list is here?
No, so you see the children as you're riding up on them very quickly. I can imagine, again, Rena is definitely one of the people in front. And since it's no longer his spell that's in effect, I can imagine it's actually probably Dorian is the second one in front because he has the next most keen eyes. The others, of course, following behind. As you guys are rolling up, you can see the children are standing single file line, turned facing towards you lot as you're coming forward. But they're not reacting to your riding forward. They're actually just kind of standing there, almost looking slightly down, like looking down at the ground, but a good like 50 feet or so ahead of themselves, looking down at the ground. Shoulders somewhat slumped, but not like completely slumped over, just shoulders somewhat slumped down. But you don't see any other people or creatures or anything else here. Just the 4 children in a straight line facing towards you, not a horizontal line either, like a line front and back towards you. You're seeing them. So as you guys are rolling in, you notice this, but do not notice anything else.
How did it take 30 minutes to catch up to you guys when you were on foot and we were on horses?
Because you were role-playing, Wade.
Oh, I see. Scott's land directions once again.
Who?
Nothing in Bear. You'll remember
Okay.
whenever.
And Bear the Owl's
I know.
dead.
Knew it.
Who? All right. Let me. I guess I can take a look at them and see what kind of spell they're under.
Yep, those are kids, all right.
It's just the kids. The figure's nowhere to be seen.
Correct.
No.
I just want to pick
So
up
I
my
imagine you
medallion,
save this as last couple seconds as you're rolling forward.
and I want to pick up my medallion and just pay attention to it as we're
It's
riding
definitely
up.
vibrating as you're riding up to and there's magic on these children.
Stronger, like as I get closer, or what?
I mean, yeah, the magic on the kids, no question.
Okay.
Or at least around them, I should say.
Is it
yeah,
possible
okay.
she's disguised as one of these kids again?
It's not the.
I was gonna ask. It is all 4 children, right?
Correct. You see 4 children, and they look like the ones that you had seen before. At least as
I was gonna say,
much
would
as
I
you
be
can
able to
quickly see.
recognize these are the 4 that we were looking for?
Again, it's a quick glance, and it's not like you studied these children or like that prior, right? So you're
I
just
probably
guessing.
would have honestly looked to make sure. Dorian would have made the look to make sure. I mean, I'm on horseback. I wouldn't have gotten off, but I would definitely just try to stare at them as best I could.
So avoid that joke. So you
Yeah.
guys, you guys rush forward and immediately.
You
kinda,
gave
like,
us this
surround
position,
the
Scott. I'm
children.
working with what you've given me.
You guys are, I imagine, immediately surround the children on your horses to make sure that they are kind of like encased in your the safety of like.
Yeah, we want to
Being
encase
inside
the
of it.
children, Scott.
protecting them from whatever is pulling them towards them. Yes.
Yeah.
Continue.
Exactly. But they're still standing there, facing back towards wherever they came from, looking down and out.
Okay. Let me
Sorry.
let me take a look at them, I guess.
So you hop off your horse to go and investigate them further.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's probably safe to turn back on now.
I want to do a check to figure out what magical spells on them. Do I need? Oh,
Sorry, Frogman.
do you need the? Do I need detect magic for that? Do I need a ritual cast that?
I mean, no. If you just Arcana, you could probably guess like what effects are on them in general, but you would definitely need to cast detect magic to be able to like fully analyze and identify the spells that are on them.
So what can I do without it?
You can get an idea of like what kind of effects are there, but not like
Okay.
it is this spell to this exact degree.
Okay. We'll do that. And because I have curative forensics, I get advantage on it, apparently.
On
The
magical
very
aspects
last
too?
sentence. Yeah.
Hold on. Additionally, when you attempt to diagnose
If it's a magical
disease
curse.
or magical curse.
Yeah.
So if it's not a curse, you don't.
Is it a curse?
No.
Okay. The distant arcana. Oh, did it roll? There it goes. Nice. I'll take a 15.
Why is your Arcana shit still? Make it better.
Up.
Mid
you so
session.
small?
Sad.
Fix it mid session.
I didn't put a check mark on Arcana because Scott's like, "Oh, Messi's gonna be Arcana boy," and I was like, "Okay."
Nah.
I didn't know you were gonna be such ass at it.
I mean, it's messy.
I'm a
Should've known.
source.
Source of
I don't know how
uselessness.
magic works. I just use it.
Ugh.
Ugh.
So, anyways, you kind of walk up to them and try to quickly diagnose them and see what's wrong. And first of all, the children are still healthy. It's not like anything has changed the state that they were in prior to, since yesterday, or last night, I should say. But they're definitely out of it. Like,
They've only been gone like an hour, haven't they?
out of it. Yeah.
Less
Less than.
It took an
So-
hour
so-
to catch up on kids on foot.
So-
Less than
What
So
the
again,
fuck?
they're definitely out of it. There's no question in your mind. They're enchanted to one degree or another, but you can't really make out any more detail of exactly what's affecting them. So
Okay.
you're kind of like going around, and while he is doing that diagnosis, Pat, Wade, and Rita, what are you doing? I imagine Wade is, thing out to counter his disadvantage, getting advantage, and making perception checks, but I could be wrong there.
I want to make sure I'm aiming it at the children to see if they're all right.
Away from the children.
Aim the crossbow at the children. Make sure
Oh.
I can see them.
Is that show This Is America? Like he just like aims his rifle at somebody to be like, "Are you okay? I'm genuinely concerned."
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Roll for misfire.
Uh-oh, that was the high roll.
Well, that's a pretty
Um,
successful misfire.
I would be knowing that these are the kids that we've been looking for, or it's what I think they are. I'd probably be watching our surroundings. Dorian always watching his back, in all of his performances and stuff like that. He would be kind of just on edge, wondering where the shadowy figure that Ember described is.
Okay, so that sounds like you're doing perception. I think Wade is also doing perception. Wade gets to roll normal. You
Yeah,
get to roll.
I like how
normal.
you're saying. I think he's doing perception.
Well,
Yay.
I'm gonna roll perception as well.
so Rena, you're investigating the area as well.
Yeah, but we're still rolling with disadvantage, right? Because we're exhausted.
You are. Wade
So
has
tech-
disadvantage, and he's also using his thing to give him advantage, so they neutralize.
I
Got
should
it.
get
I
super
see.
advantage for that.
once again.
Ah!
Oh,
Rena, you see the source of everything. It was a toad.
Rena, a Hajonking
Kills the
Goose gave a reroll. Do you want it?
Yes. Thank
Go ahead. You can roll the Hajonking Goose.
oh,
Well, do I waste it here?
Unless Wade, do you want the reroll?
Would you rather have it since
no.
you're rolling normal?
No, Pat rolled well enough.
Okay, so we won't. I won't. I'm gonna hang on to it.
Thank you for that one, Rena. I love the fact that you left it
yeah,
for me.
we have crit fails here.
So should
Just
I
a reminder.
roll it then?
Nope,
Oh, it's too late.
Yep. Appreciate that one, Rena. So either way, you you are standing there and kind of like looking around, seeing what you can take in. So Pat, it's you that's looking into you were originally one of the people that were searching for the tracks before you kind of almost like copped out to use the magics to follow. So you were there and looking in. One of the things that you notice is that the tracks around kind of like, I'm going to look down and check out the tracks. Well, he's got his crossbow and he's looking around and seeing nothing. And she is trying to look around and use her medallion or whatever it is to search. And once again, is noticing nothing, right? But you notice, Pat, the children, while their tracks, of course, stopped at their literal feet, there were other tracks that moved on. You actually see that there was another pair of tracks, much larger feet, which I kind of described beforehand. Actually, I don't think I did. So they're larger feet, like the size of an adult, right? But
There's
even
probably
like,
larger legs then too.
they're like big feet. You know what I mean? Like we're talking like size 14, 15 shoe, large
What
feet,
that means.
and they're really wide soles as well, like really wide.
Pretty girthy
shoes.
souls, huh?
Yes, a large and girthy sole.
Your quest for glory continues.
So you looking about, you can actually see that the tracks actually go just past where the children were. You can see the children, of course, pivot around. It took several steps forward over to like the base of a tree, and then the tracks stop, leading you to be like,
There's
Look.
something in the tree. Something up there.
looking up the tree to see what it is that you see up there. And as you look up to see what's up there, you don't hear any movement, you don't see any movement, but you just kind of have this like prickling feeling in the back of your neck, like you're being watched.
I know which tree it is.
You saw which tree at least the track stopped in. Stopped
Can
at.
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
If I have an uneasy feeling, Dorian would immediately jump off his horse as fast as he can and go in with both feet with as much force as he can, kick this tree. I want to uproot this tree, Scott.
Both feet?
Both feet, bro.
Like a WWE fighter?
Oh, yeah, straight up.
Like,
I do want to be
Turn
clear.
sideways.
This
Our
isn't
bard
like
wants to kick a tree out of the ground.
this isn't like.
I've lifted a ship, Wade.
On this
I want
campaign.
to be clear. This isn't like some thin, birch tree, right? Like this is like a proper like oak.
I've been kicking doors down since the beginning of this fucking campaign, Scott.
You're right. It has been a few months in game. I'm sure you are.
And I would be able to find the weak point of where this would be, right?
You can absolutely find the weak point of the tree.
As
gonna
I'm
snap
running,
the tree, it's gonna
I'm
fall
gonna
out of-
give inspiration to Italia, saying, I think there's something in the tree, and that's gonna be my inspiration.
So
I'm gonna
there's-
see if I can unlodge it.
I'm
Um,
looking around.
Italia,
through the
I wanna be
scope, seeing
clear.
Nothing.
So I want to be clear. You are not inspired by him saying he thinks something's in the tree, but watch him do his flying dragon kick against the tree. That's
As I
quite
natty
inspiring.
won this, just wait. I break my feet.
You have advantage technically.
hey, she's inspired by the courage.
What are the odds of rolling 2-1?
Is this
Very
super
low.
advantage?
If you're feeling lucky.
Kudos on the vaccine, Breecat. Woot woot.
Are you feeling lucky, Pat?
Well, like the boots give me advantage, and so do my
Yeah.
treasure goggles.
So he has advantage.
This is a straight
they don't
strength,
add-
right?
Correct, but you get you.
Or would this be acrobatics?
Hold
technically?
on, hold on. Isn't there a boot thing that we
Oh
made?
yeah,
boots.
well you gave me a button. Oh, I didn't know if I was gonna click it, it would work.
Well,
Okay.
Are you feeling lucky?
Flip it.
Yeah.
You have
Well,
lucky dice, right?
that didn't work. Do you want to use the hood? No, he hasn't. That was a lucky back. Do you want to use your Hajunk and Goose reroll?
Yeah, sure. I'll use Goose's reroll.
I think
Thank
using
you,
a
Goose.
reroll to
Power.
kick a tree is definitely the right use for a reroll.
Come on, kick the tree. Natty 20. 4 rolls. One of them's got to
I
be
think
20.
it's-
Come on.
Rena, should I kick the tree again?
Yeah,
Do it.
kick it, kick it.
Fuck yeah!
Do it.
Boom.
You haven't failed it yet.
Not yet. 11,
Oh, that didn't work out. Do you want to use the Breecat reroll?
Scott, do you think I should reroll?
I think you
He's
should
trying to
definitely
burn through
reroll.
all our rerolls.
Okay.
on
He's
this
like,
stupid
he's like, yeah,
tree
do
kicking.
it.
Oh my
Oh,
Jesus.
there it is.
Tell me I uprooted this tree.
Yes.
Tell me I uprooted this fucking tree. I don't care
Tell him,
what you
Scott.
say. I uprooted this tree. You see Dorian square up, low to the ground. I think there's something in this tree.
I hate this game.
I run as fast as I can, kind of like Naruto.
How you Naruto run into a flying dragon kick?
I Naruto and then I double kick it.
It's the most inefficient sounding run kick ever.
I run
Yeah.
off the tree.
I don't even know what a
kick off,
Naruto
and
is,
as
but
I
it sounds
kick off,
terrible.
That was great.
I go
That's
blue
fantastic.
Super Saiyan.
We're
Straight
just
God
standing here
form.
watching you like. It's a hell of a
Well,
bard.
Scott, you burned through 2
Hell of a
rerolls.
bard.
I have a character that's an actual god. I get locked in a fucking bubble for an entire session. We have a fucking bard who kicks down fucking buildings.
Hold on. He does not uproot the tree.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
He just breaks it in half.
Because, science.
Science, bro.
How much does Dorian weigh?
In my Witcher
At
campaign?
least it
I don't think
doesn't
so.
matter how much I
Mortifer
weigh, it
was an
matters the
actual
straight force.
god.
This is the thing, Scott. You're asking the wrong question. How much do I weigh? That doesn't matter. You gotta ask how many squats am I doing per day? At least 1,700.
Oof, damn.
He
What do you
does
think I was
not.
doing on the horse ride over here? I was doing squats.
He does not uproot the tree. There's no way you're gonna rip the tree roots out of the ground.
I natty 20'd.
Large machinery that weighs thousands of pounds has struggles to do it. But this is what I'm willing to give you.
Damn, I was hoping I got a 20 there. I could say we got 2 20s.
This is what I can give you.
You got 220.
You go running at the tree, Naruto style, and fall on it with your forehead. I'm just kidding. You run out of the tree, Naruto style, or whatever. You run, you jump, you do your kick. the tree does not get uprooted. However, you did not know this prior, or maybe you
I hit
did.
the
It's
weak
all
point,
part of
by
the
the
bar
way.
allure.
I hit the weak point because of my goggles.
The tree itself actually is horribly infested by termites and has been completely eaten out from the inside.
And I uprooted the fucking tree. Let's fucking
So you
go.
kick the tree and you actually collapse the trunk in on itself with your massive kick, causing it to go and start
Tree is
rolling forward.
uprooted.
Which
It sounds
means
uprooted.
I need everybody to make reflex saves.
Oh my god, the children are gonna be
I
smashed to
don't-
death by a
Not
tree.
to save
I-
yourself. You can
I-
easily get out of the
I
way.
kicked
It's to
this-
save a
I kicked
child.
I kicked this away from all of us.
Dude, we're going to fucking kill children with a tree.
I
We-
kicked this away from us. Could I have not chosen the direction of which way I kicked?
You just Naruto ran at a fucking tree. Now you're gonna be fucking like,
Yeah, I
your
was
cable.
precise
You're
with
gonna
it.
pull it
I-
down.
Precise with it. Do I have to do a reflex save because I'm so far away from the kids?
He rolled an natty 20. I'll let him have it that it doesn't necessarily fall on the kids. I'll say one kid is in danger because we have to try to fulfill Messi's fantasies. So, somebody has
Are
to
we
make a
killing children?
dexterity save to save the child from getting squished.
Dexterity save. I have.
Oh, that was an advantage. I'm sorry.
No,
Thank God, because that was awful.
I know.
guys, if one of them dies,
Should
we're in
probably be
big
Rena.
trouble. If none of them
Rena-
die, we're
Rena,
okay.
what's
But
your
if one of them
One of
dies,
them
we're in
dies, we
trouble.
tell them it was
4?
Grundle.
Mine's a 6.
No, Rita can't do it. She doesn't notice.
That's also fair. Plus, I'm rolling with disadvantage anyway, so you don't want me to do it.
Wait, what's your dex?
I'm also rolling with disadvantage, but it's a 2.
Okay, Messi, what's your dex? All right. I
After
kicked that tree and I
running and
saved
jump-
that kid.
And kicking the
Fuck yeah.
tree and like falling on your ass, you kind of like looking
What
up
do you
at
mean
it and you're
falling
like,
on my ass? Hold on, the fuck?
Oh my God.
God damn it! God damn it!
I hate this game.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
ass.
Oh my
Like,
god! He's literally.
This fucking
what?
Spider-Man lands.
And
Like,
with
you're-
that, I have the kid in tow.
Like, you're not really
And
a
he's like,
bard,
"Oh!"
are you? Is a bard just a front man?
Chat, at this point, should I just let Pat describe exactly how this plays out?
Honestly,
Seriously, chat, should I just let him describe from beginning to end how this plays out? All right, Pat, you
Roll up
describe
on the
it.
kids.
Pat,
We
you-
roll up on the kids, and we
Yep.
notice there's something in the tree. I noticed there's something in the tree. Messi's like, man, which one of you are gonna die today? Meanwhile, I see something, maybe, I don't know. It's suspicious. I run at it. Naruto run. I fucking kick it. And upon kicking, I'm like, oh no, gravity. Fuck you, gravity. Gravity gave me a +1. I fucking land. Like this. I notice the kid is falling, and without a blink of an eye, got the kid in tow. Kid is like, oh,
Thank you, Mr. Dorian. Already knew my name.
already knew it.
oh my god,
No problem.
you broke the spell.
You broke the spell. Campaign done. You're welcome.
We did it. Campaign
it,
done.
that's
We
it.
did it. We did it. Thanks for coming, everyone. Thank you.
There's two really important details I need to point out. First of all,
One, I look great doing it. Two,
Uh,
my
you-
hat stayed on.
both those things are true, but those aren't the things I'm pointing out. One, the tree's falling, and because it's falling, because you completely caught the creature or whatever it is in the tree off guard,
The anime side threw
they
this thing.
are immediately jumping to try to get to another area that they can grab onto. Unfortunately, dexterity isn't exactly their best save. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that real quick before I tell you number 2.
I kicked this tree so hard it did the little twinkle that you see in animes from like it's just on. The,
We
you know,
will get to how this plays out next.
You
They try
just
to
told me I got to explain how it rolled out. Everyone was safe. Derb just seeing me. He's like filled with inspiration. He's feeling great. He's got the biggest boner of his life.
Whoa!
Longer than his crossbow.
I can't believe it's 4 inches this time.
He tried to aim it into his crossbow. He's like, whoa, that's a different arrow. That's
Which
a
one's the
different
bolt
steel
and
rod.
which one's my penis?
Well, you should be able to tell by thickness.
Either way, something's getting penetrated.
Think of the never mind.
Not the children. You sick fucks.
I'm so glad it's not me this time.
Can I die? Can the tree fall
Yeah,
on me?
I think so.
Can the
Yeah,
tree
I'm allowed to
just
die till
fall
you
on
get
me?
better.
Ago.
What do I have to roll to be under the tree?
A 1.
Done.
It's the most serious of something's getting penetrated. We're literally just surrounded by kids. I guess I'm gonna give it to you, War Pony. Come here.
It could last 4 to 6 hours. There
Luckily,
could be
there's
a
like
bar
6 ponies
nearby.
here. Wait, 7's here too, and so is the knocked out priest. He won't even know again.
I hate it here.
Oh, that's our show, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Fucking
I think we should just.
I don't feel
I think we should end the campaign here. Turns out Dorian isn't the guy we thought he was. So,
You're talking about I kicked down a tree.
Dorian's not
we're
the
gonna
guy
have
we thought
a.
he was.
Yeah, make sure you follow us on Twitter. We're gonna post some twitlongers about this and get it all squared away for our next session.
Oh God. We need this campaign to end so we don't all get arrested.
I told you how it ended. She died in the tree. The force, the blunt force. Negative 80 damage.
Mind you,
With
a
3
rice buddy
saves,
is like,
maybe.
go on. Anyways, Jesus.
What did you walk into? Nero, remember when I picked up a ship? You won't believe what I just did. Kind of the lesser version. I kicked a tree
I
down.
fucking hate every character you make so much.
Talking about you love or
fucking
you love?
what's at least Bada was supposed to be strong. This is a goddamn nerdy little fucking
Wait.
bard.
Wait, his next character is going to be a Sith Lord, so don't even worry about
No,
it. Oh, no?
I'm bringing
Dorian could be
Bato
a
back.
fucking Sith Lord.
I'm bringing Bato back. What? You
I muted
motherfuckers
shit.
don't know
It's
how
always
to...
the dumbest shit that he's good at. It's
I
always the fucking shit that
know!
never happened.
I know! It's so frustrating. Pat just like is crits at chaos.
Anytime he has an idea where it's like, oh, thank God he has to roll well for this to work. Fucking crit.
Oh, you got 2 crits, Wade. Number 1, it tries to jump out of the falling tree to get into a different branch, but as I described many times beforehand, it is a very large thing. So it jumps and tries to grab onto another branch, but the branch can't support it and it breaks, and it free falls and smashes hard into the ground. Number 2, not a
I
single
want to see his
one.
performance check, by the way. Go ahead.
Not a single one of the party members notice anything that you just did. They just hear cracking and breaking, and then they look up at the tree
I
as it's
shouted
falling.
before I went. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you said up in the tree. And so they look up at the tree, and then they hear something break down below. They look down, and they see a broken bit of tree, and then they hear the tree falling. So they look up at the tree and see something fall out of the tree. They neither notice you run at and break the tree, nor you snatch the child and save it. Why? Because they all rolled shit poor on their perception
Because I'm
checks.
just that good.
Yeah. Rita also...
Okay, can I see the performance check of the large creature that fell?
That actually might have a decent performance. Give me 1 second. It's too close. Do you really want me to roll it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Why not? I saw the 1. I was like, not a 29. Just gonna say, meh.
It's not a 29. You are correct.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go tinker into a sock to get rid of this wood.
So, anyways, it falls out of the tree and smashes hard onto the ground. I
Imagine fall damage.
I need Rena to go ahead and make me a lore check.
Right. Disadvantage here? Or am I doing normal roll for this?
You are this is a tool check, is an ability check, therefore disadvantage.
Wow.
Well, that's unfortunate. I feel like all my monster lord rolls are disadvantaged.
Do you want to use one of those rerolls for this really important? Oh wait, we used it to kick a tree twice.
Did the dice not appear on the screen?
It did.
Not on stream, but
Not on stream.
Have they
roll
not
20,
been?
yeah.
Oh, Chad, I didn't know they weren't showing up on stream for you guys. You could have told me. Oh, I blame Skitsy. So yeah, you Rita, you unfortunately, sorry, aren't able to identify what it is. However,
Oh, dude, you could have used my inspiration.
Oh yeah, you could have had
I
a
thought I-
7.
Oh, sorry, Rena.
I thought
Did
he
you?
said
I
I didn't
gave-
get that because
Rena,
I
You
rolled
got
a natty
inspiration
one.
on me kicking like me flying through the air.
You do have inspiration, Rena. Did you want to re-roll that?
Oh,
But you have a reroll? Who have a
Yeah,
reroll
from Jared Versaw.
They're not getting us luck dice. They're giving us rerolls.
oh,
Oh Jesus, those are expensive.
yeah.
We've used
Go
so
ahead,
many
re-roll
today.
it.
Worth it. I kicked a fucking tree.
Oh, it did worse.
Rena, do you want to re-roll from Xylemos?
I don't know if I could do
Please,
worse
for
than
the
that,
love
so
of God.
why not?
It's a
I
natty
guess.
one. It's a natty one.
Okay. Use your inspiration dice.
Okay.
The inspiration lasts a little longer if you want. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
26.
Sheesh.
Chat, that wasn't an invitation to give more re-roll.
That is
think it was.
absolutely.
I
an
was down to
invitation.
only
Give more
one
rerolls.
left. I was down
Thank
to
you.
one left. I was at more
You want to tell us
re-rolls.
right now? Or?
Re-rolls? 2.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, anyways, back to the game. So, Rena, you looking down with your goddamn 24,
Six,
which you were supposed to get
26.
originally. To be
6.
fair, sorry, math hard. With your goddamn 26, which is better than you would have had originally, and Imbear immediately recognizes what this is.
Rena, you rolled a 26 that Imbear could recognize what it is.
Correct, because of his
That's
background. A crone.
Okay.
Great.
Well, I
A
imagine I get
cl-
more info off of that. Right.
Actually,
Would I know what this is for my travels and stuff?
No.
But I know what this is from forging weapons.
You would not, by no stretch, would most people have no idea what a crone is. Maybe
Would I know what
childhood
this is
stories
from
at
being
best.
short?
But hold on,
Scott, I appreciate that info, but I want to remind you I don't remember Crohn's.
Why would you remember Crohn's?
'Cause I have
It's not 9
amnesia.
a.m.
It's the
yet.
stomach.
I have amnesia.
Oh, okay, so you don't know that. But Rena, you're going to have more information anyways. You know it's a crone. It's actually a really good thing you did that reroll. Because I thought he was going to get it. I forgot that he doesn't. So, Rena, you identify immediately as a crone. But, like, kind of like knowing the significance of that and how fucking dangerous a crone is. Immediately kind of like stepping forward, and I imagine going to draw your weapon or whatever it is, as this thing is kind of moving and shifting to get up. You then realize, oh, maybe it's not exactly a crone, which is a good thing, because a crone is insanely powerful. Maybe it just looks like it's disguised as a crone. You're not entirely sure what this is. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me, Rena. Unfortunately, disadvantage.
Your 26 tells you that, this is something all right.
Well, she's able to identify a crone. Oh, wait, not a crone, but disguised as a crone, which is actually something Ember wouldn't have had.
She figured out with that high roll, it's disguised right now.
Do
That's
you want to
actually
luck
quite.
that, Rena?
Rena, are you happy with the...
Nice.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they were also giving you luck dice.
Oh
Yes.
my god, we had like
I should have
0.
done more, I guess. I thought we didn't. I was like, I'll just do one.
Yeah. Trust me, I know. I've been pressing the goddamn button the whole time.
Damn,
Moving
yeah,
on.
You should have done like a D8.
Yeah, for real.
Chat's like, can we get this to triple digits? So, anyways, you guys are sorry,
Holy
Rena. You
shit,
looking at the
thank
thing? You actually able to identify? No, this definitely isn't a crone. First and foremost, this doesn't just look like any crone. This looks like specifically a flesh crone. This is going back to the Wisher lore check.
Front flesh crone?
This looks like a flesh crone. Now, a flesh crone are large, like very, very, very thick crones, right? They tend to have their faces kind of stuffed inside baskets. Now, all of them hide their faces completely, right? They have their heads completely tied off so you can't see the upper half, but they usually have like a good portion of their torso exposed to see the large size. Now, this person certainly is disguised this way and certainly seems to fill the like the role of it, but this does not look like some supernaturally strong creature. This does not seem to be some super powerful creature hidden here. The basket, you can actually kind of see through the basket. You kind of see the eyes on the other side. You would never be able to see through to see the eyes of a crone from just some basket, whatever it is, right? So whoever this person is, whatever they are, they're clearly not without some degree of strength to them. This fell out of a goddamn fucking tree into a branch
And
was broke.
lived.
It fell and lived and are standing back up. Okay, and clearly they have magic because they've been able to manipulate the children. So we're not going to try to play this off like this person isn't powerful, but at the same side, this isn't actually a crone, which is a good thing. You guys, however, see some freaky looking large person there. If you guys want, you can go ahead and Google flesh crone so you can see exactly what the image is that I'm talking about.
Is it? How do you spell the crone? Is it Croune?
Nope, just Crone.
Gotcha.
Why do they wear baskets on their head?
Okay, so this
Can't
was
see
the
the
chick I was
faces.
thinking from Witcher 3.
Yep.
One of the sisters.
Yep, they are creepy.
Yeah.
Ugh, kill it with fire.
Moving on.
This is like one of the very first missions you do in Witcher 3. One of the first. Go to the kids' village. I hated it there.
Pat hates children. There's an aversion to them. Messi, on the other hand. Rena, your turn.
Um,
How do you react?
I'm going to get off the horse.
Okay.
And ready my silver weapon.
Can I run
Um,
a quick perception?
Uh,
Mainly to see if the kid I'm holding is snapped out of whatever or if they're still under a trance.
You actually notice that very quickly that the child.
Would that
is
be
still...
just a passive? Okay.
Yep. You notice that the child still seems to be under the trance. Correct.
Okay. I would probably shout that out to the crew. That the child seems to still be under a trance. Whatever this thing is, its power is considerable. We should proceed carefully. Also, I kind of kicked the tree down. That was me.
They don't.
My
believe you.
boots.
What was you? Sorry.
We should proceed carefully.
You kicked down a tree.
I have a cousin that can lift a ship.
Okay.
There's a ship,
I'm going to approach the crone, but like
like a boat.
not right up to her. Obviously, just kind of take a couple steps towards her.
Mm-hmm.
Speak, crone. What are you bringing these children out here for?
Pushing itself up off the ground, clearly kind of, shaken by the fall, because again, that was not a small fall. The crone speaks up and says, I am here for my own reasons.
And what reasons are those?
I'm here to take them, and you could try to stop me, but you'll suffer. Pat, intelligence check. Continue, Rena.
Intelligence check or save?
Check.
I'll just click my intelligence.
Si, senor.
All right.
I mean, in response to that, I'm obviously gonna ready and like an attack here.
Sure.
But mostly it's for intimidation. I don't know if you want me to roll that, but she'll say, you act of your own accord.
Pat, did you want to modify that 14? Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I was gonna modify it. I just didn't want to talk over things.
Good.
I was just looking. I want to inspire Atalia, but I don't know how to do it. Do I have to do something to inspire her? Or can I just say I inspire her?
You'd have to.
Can my thing of like let's proceed carefully? Can that be an inspiration just to her?
You would have to do something kind of like now, which I'm fine with you doing. That's fine. But first, let's resolve the intelligence check.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use a D6. Figures exactly what I thought. Cuckoo.
I really should just make like a commands to have how using initiative or daddies or whatever works. Make it easy for everybody. I gotta type one out. Anyways, so with your 15 total, you actually have exactly what the DC was that I needed you to hear. This voice sounds very familiar, Dorian, because you're the only one that really heard this. It was you that stood there when the after Messi cast the spell, right? And was deeply affected.
Mm-hmm.
It's you that stayed
The
behind.
first time, like a whole day ago.
Yeah. Not quite a whole day though, because it was like later in the day. When you first
Yeah,
approached.
like
23
20 hours
and
ago.
59 minutes ago.
So
Oh, you mean when all my friends left me at Grundle's house? That time?
Correct.
Yeah, I remember that.
this sounds like that different sounded voice of Grundle.
From Grundle. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would probably speak up immediately, kind of in a hushed tone to Atalia. I guess this can act as my inspiration.
If you say something
Atalia.
inspiring.
Atalia, this is the voice I heard. This is that happier Grundle voice. I told you it sounded off. This is her.
You say this is that happier Grundle voice, right? Give me 1 second.
Oh.
I'm giving you inspiration with this as some way, shape, or form.
Hearing you say, this is that happy Grundle voice, the idea of a happy Grundle gets Atalia all inspired. But as soon as you say, this is that happy Grundle voice, you immediately hear a bark back, "That's that name!" Like, kind of, "That's that name!"
All right. Well, my ancestors heard that too.
Almost kind of barking at me, yeah?
I'm awake.
Yeah.
Gosh. I'm trying to find the words. I want to bark back with intimidation. Do I roll intimidation first, or should I just say what I want to bark back first?
Well, you and Rena are both trying to be intimidating, so I
Well,
suggest...
she barked at me from using that term. I
Correct.
just figured that's an invitation for me to just bark back.
I'm saying because both of you guys are about to do it, who has the better check, and then that person can roll with advantage. Is it you?
Yeah.
There is no way in hell our bard should be more
I have a
intimidating than our
-1.
Witcher.
It's
Well,
a charisma thing.
The
that's
Witcher
why.
can just
know,
coolly
but-
say, "I'll kill you,"
Also.
and the Bard could say, "She gonna cut you up."
Are you letting me have this one, Natalia?
Yeah, you can respond. She
Alright.
yelled it back at you, so I
Yeah.
let you respond.
Like you
Quiet
said, you're also
beast.
preparing the attack to being intimidating, which is hence the advantage. Go ahead, Pat.
D&D.
Quiet beast, you stand in the presence of a Witcher. You want me to roll for this as well, Scott?
Yep. Go ahead.
Isn't it an advantage?
He's
'cause
gonna
you're
think it's you, bro.
Oh, is it advantage?
It is advantage.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, she's gonna think it's me.
You kicked the tree down.
I kicked the tree down. She's
Yeah.
on to you.
Damn
Oh,
it!
you're
He
the
rolled
Witcher.
higher.
Oh, crazy. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that just to make 26.
I
That
want a
makes sure
statistic
that's
of how many times we've used luck dice and gotten a 1 versus any other number.
Lately, a lot. I tell you do have inspiration for me, by the way. Just
Thank you. Yeah, I marked that on my sheet.
I don't think it lasts long. It's like
Wait,
what,
can
a
we mark
minute,
stuff on our
right?
sheets? I've never
think-
done that.
There's a box of
Oh my
like
god.
the
there
proficiency
is.
bonus. Yeah.
It's crazy.
A little dragon.
Little dragon.
sperm appears in there.
Pretty
Yeah, that's
cute.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So so you guys go ahead and so you say this. You're silence. You're in the presence of a
Quiet
Witcher.
beast. You're in the presence of a Witcher.
It actually looks and says, "I know who she is. I know who she is. I've seen her before." Looking up at Atalia, standing up and trying to like standing firm and whatnot, trying to present itself as being unintimidated, unaffected by this. But let's be clear, you can see through the guys. You can tell that it's clearly was injured by the fall, and also knows the dangers of a Witcher.
Seen me where?
You said
I
to
respond to the crone. Yeah.
Not Chrome.
before. Now you will back off, or you will all suffer.
You think you can intimidate me? And I'll take a step closer.
She says, "You go to take a step closer." She
Mhm.
says, "I don't need to." Initiative.
Okay.
All of us?
Oh wait. Yes.
fuck
With
is
our
that?
mini-
No. Here's an important thing. Here. Oh, hi, cat. You guys. Yep. You're there where your minis are. Yep.
Wait,
So-
what?
Your minis are on the top.
My thing is stuck.
Ow!
Don't know why I don't see it.
Don't put your claws inside of me.
What's the important thing?
Don't put your claws inside of me. Oh.
I
I'm
see
sorry.
the top right. by
You're
the
like
way?
before you roll.
I don't see
Important
them.
thing.
You have disadvantage if you're fatigued, which means that you need to roll twice and take the lower of the two.
Oh, here we go. My God, what the hell am I doing over here?
And you can modify yours if the second roll happens to be higher than the first roll. You can modify yours in the other spot.
Okay.
Claw
damn it.
hands.
Oh no!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
No! No!
You will be. I think was that her threatening last word to us?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the
Or
worst.
she said, "I don't need to," is what she
I
said.
don't need to.
I don't
I'm
need
just
to.
gonna let you attack me for 2 turns.
Chat, that's it. We need to institute a Daleric gets reroll dice thing.
Yeah, not today
okay,
though.
Cat, stop nudging my microphone at me.
Can she also have baby hands?
No,
Hold on.
No.
Roll if you roll higher than
no.
a 15. She has
No.
regular hands.
Here, if I roll higher than a 1,
No, if you hit
Here you
a
go.
1, I'm gonna die, dude.
Oh,
He's like roll D1000.
Yeah, dude.
that's actually what I rolled. Oh, do I have that set up for this
I don't think you
stream?
do.
Oh,
Oh.
100, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
do a D100.
Fuck. The odds are so much more less in my
You
favor
can do
now.
a D1000 in the chat,
Try D10.
like the game.
Oh,
look
yeah.
at that. I see a lot of
do
ones in the
1000.
chat, dude. Oof.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of ones in the chat. Yeah.
Oh well.
I'm assuming we can get some more ones
You're
in here
showing
too.
weird.
Oh, is that your real hand?
The real hand.
That's pretty
Okay.
low.
It's pretty low.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
low.
pretty low.
Like if
Yeah,
that
let me
was
try one
if that was a D100, that would have been a 1.
Well, it would have been a 9.6.
You're in the first 100, I think. Baby hands.
I beat you with a 159 out of 1,000.
This is a great game we're playing. Can we roll higher dice? And
I'm the new king of the hill. You gotta roll higher than me. Oh.
All right, Rena,
You
show him what.
fucked.
Rena, show him what's what.
I'd like to use a lucky dice.
Rennie, you have to roll with disadvantage because that's just the way you've been rolling in this game.
Watch, she gets 1,000.
Wait, that's the wrong
cheated.
number.
Whoa! Wait! Oh my god!
Wade cheated. Oh, that's appropriate.
Oh my God.
That is appropriate. All right, wait, they have to
Star
roll for
Witcher.
legit. Wait, they have to roll legit.
what? I have to roll?
Legit. Legitimately, like with the correct numbers. Okay.
Looks like the Bard's got this one in the bag.
Pat
We all
is
had
the
terrible rolls.
stupid.
All of us.
Pat
did.
is the best and Rena's the worst. Yep. Okay.
That's kind of the
That's
definition
right.
of this campaign. Our bard is better at rolling than our witcher and everyone else at the party.
Why wasn't Pat the Witcher in the game?
Because he wanted to be a useless side character who rolls all of our 20s.
Not useless.
Kind of useless.
I said wanted to be, not was.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Well, anyways, unfortunately, Jeebus hates me. Did everybody adjust their rolls so that they're correct?
Yeah, mine should be a set. Well, I did, but it changed back.
There you go. Okay. Everybody's good. Rena's down to the 8. Yeah. All right. Yay. Not only do I get to go last, I don't even have a turn. Do you have any idea?
Wait, why am I going before you with a 7?
Sorry, my apologies.
Can I luck my initiative? Are you allowed to do
Yes,
that?
yes, actually, you can. Any D20 roll. Okay. There's an 11. Look at that. You get to go ahead of him, Bear.
But why?
Why not?
She doesn't get a turn.
Because I'm tired of being last.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Sometimes
We
in
can
life
swap
you just
numbers
don't
if
want
you
to
want.
feel like the worst, you know?
Okay, well,
Jesus, Messy, thanks for making me confront these like thoughts right
Well,
now.
I just wanted to know. I wanted you to know why you were doing
Yeah,
it.
I knew why.
I want
I
you to
knew
think about
why,
that before
yeah.
you go to bed.
all right. Pat, there she is.
Is she
Trying not to
within-
be intimidated.
She's within range of me, right? I imagine since I
You stepped
went-
up to be talking to her, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna run up to her and I'm just gonna give her a nice little love tap.
I
Not a
can't
kick?
even read that. That is really, really long.
I'm
says
I'm bestowing
bestow
curse. I'm just going
Ah.
up and high fiving her basket face.
Oh, you're making me give a wisdom check?
I am, yes.
Oh, thank God. I
I
assume...
figured I would give you an easy one.
I assume, however, me always being
Oh,
too nice.
I already procced it earlier. Sorry.
I saw it. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
settling words. So this is your last,
Inspiration, yes.
because you only have 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. So your last
Do I
inspiration.
have an unsettling words thing I need to roll?
You just roll an
It's
inspiration.
just my
die.
inspiration, right?
Mhm.
bad. Right down the middle.
I think he was hoping for something bad.
Well, actually, let me take away my 4. So take away that 4.
Would you like to luck dice that?
I was like, I can work with the 12. Oh my god!
So I get to choose what kind of curse you are, right?
Why could I get the 12?
All
I
of
get the
your
ch-
latest boss monsters have been such shit. Fucking werewolf, we just like, don't stop me now in the fucking bonk head session.
Rena, I'm gonna have you choose this, all right? I'm gonna let you choose the curse. Would you like it to do nothing for its turn if it fails its wisdom save, which probably
already
won't happen
can't.
Already doing nothing, yeah.
Or
for this turn, but it can happen every turn until it succeeds on a save. Or the target has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws.
I like that one.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Or I
But
could just
I know
do
Rena
straight
uses
necrotic
it.
damage.
I like the disadvantage on saving throws.
So do I.
Yeah, that's-
Typically, I can curse for both eventually, but I've only got the one charge because,
yeah, let's do that.
all right,
Which-
chat.
Disadvantage on-
Which ability
Target has
score?
disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws.
Which choose one ability score. Wild cursed. Da, 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 da. So which ability
Right.
score?
Rena, I'm letting you choose that.
Rena,
Ooh.
you know a lot about these creatures. You
I
know.
feel like I'm biased, but I
Yeah.
know.
Oh no! Go ahead. What are you thinking?
I was thinking.
They,
I mean, you
like
might be. You
Arcana.
might be. I was. No. You choose a strength X con.
Oh.
One of those.
Sorry, wisdom.
Okay, wisdom. Gotcha.
Kind of what I was
I was gonna
thinking.
say,
But
yeah,
then
if you-
again,
if you do
That's that,
wisdom,
right?
it forever
spells.
cannot. It will always have disadvantage.
it'll have
if it,
disadvantage
unless it
and shit,
passes.
Yeah,
I was gonna say wisdom would be a smart choice.
I
Personally.
think wisdom. Yeah, that's what I was going for first. Okay.
We know it's not very charismatic because. All right, cool. So that's my turn. Actually, after
How long
that,
does
can
this
I
last?
move?
It lasts for
Say
up
that
to a
again?
minute. It doesn't go away for up to a minute.
It's not a long. It's
like-
not a long.
it's 10
bit.
rounds.
10 rounds.
I know.
That's a long time.
Or
I
until
don't
you
want
any half
succeed on your,
rounds.
or unless you succeed on your
Uh,
saving.
Yeah, but I don't think I just get to make another saving throw. It says wild curse. Wild curse. The target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of his turns. If it fails, wastes its turns. That's
Oh
a
yeah,
separate
for that curse you don't get to,
Correct. Yeah, for this curse, I don't get to make another save. That was my only.
unless it curse spells. But I don't know if it. Yeah.
Now, if somebody else in the party can bestow curse, you guys could stack curses.
Yeah, we could.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
But
Does Derb have that?
I wonder if there's anyone else in
Messi
the
has
party
it.
that can bestow curse.
well, so Dorian,
Can I tell what the weather's gonna be?
Dorian, what do you say as you bestow this curse? Like, what is your words? Because as a bard, you don't say like vita mortis. You actually can say whatever you'd like.
Right.
For your verbal.
I imagine in my mind I'm actually doing the incantation, or do I have to actually verbally speak it?
I mean, what do you want to say? Sorry, because you have to. You
Uh,
have
just
to
if
verbal
it's
and
like,
somatic. You have to.
What
verbal
was
and
the
somatic.
last thing it said to me? I'm sorry. Something about like, like
was-
I know who you are, but
Killing you or something like that.
Yeah, I said I was gonna, or it should be intimidated or something, or something like that. And then he said, you won't have to. What did we say? Oh, geez.
Yeah.
you should fear us more than we fear you. Kind of going up and like freaking pushing the basket. Just if you imagine me pushing the basket more into his face.
Yep. So actually, like smashing the basket.
Yeah, kind of like smashing, not actually doing damage, but like just.
Yeah. Just being.
And with
like,
that, I think I'm gonna use the force to kind of like push back because I still have the kid.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to get to a safe distance. I'm gonna use my full movement to just back away and kind of drop the child off with the rest.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And we're gonna say that the reason I got that natty one initiative is because of the intimidation check. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's why.
Derb.
Yeah.
I don't know if this will be all that useful, but I'm gonna grasping arrow shoot her. Clearly, she can walk at the speed of 4 marching flying horses, so I'd rather slow her down.
Oh no, we don't know her magical abilities, if any.
Yeah, that's one more thing she has to deal with. And she can't take any actions this turn. She can only try to move. So if she tries to move, swamp.
Does that
18.
hit?
Are you comfortable with an 18, Wade?
Yeah.
You don't have disadvantage, unfortunately. And unfortunately, an 18 does hit.
Yeah, you're grasped. I think I rolled 2d6 for poison damage.
And regular damage.
That's the poison.
How is that not a bloop for you yet?
I don't know. That's the regular. Also, this is the arrow case that has that rune in it for some silver.
Silver, if it was a crone, might do something, but as a person, would not do anything.
I don't know.
Either way, so that's
I don't know if this is a person or what the hell it is, but that's the case that would be equipped because of the werewolf. So
19 points of damage is not small. Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
have
throw this away
technically
really quick. I'll be right back.
Have a second attack.
yeah. I don't feel so good, so I don't remember all I can do. So I'm just gonna shoot again.
You're pretty good at that, not gonna lie.
Yay!
Cool. 30 damage. So much fun for me. Who's next on the list?
I'm a
Unless
gnome.
Wade, do you want to go ahead and use your action surge to
I
shoot it a
can't. I
few more
used it
times?
during the last fight.
God. And you haven't had a short rest since. That's right. Cool. All
I
right.
still do have my second wind though, and I will remember that.
Put me
Yeah,
at a
it takes
second
lot
one in
of
real
breath
life.
to reload.
Oh God. All right, Rena, add 10 coin to you. Don't forget it's SP.
Oh, thank you.
And
Where's she finding all this money?
embarrass you. It grows.
Who's giving her money?
It
People
was hidden in
toss.
the tree trunk. It fell down when the tree came down.
There's a really hit song in the area, and so every time she walks by, people just like toss coins to her.
That seems kind of like derogatory.
That's fine. That's right. You can
Okay.
you can be as derogatory
Matters
to me
not.
as you want. You know.
Take the coin.
Yep.
Coin is coin. Okay.
Rena 10 more.
I
Look at-
dealt 30 damage.
Look at this filthy
Fuck yeah.
witcher. Take my hundreds.
I heard the 12 while I was walking away.
Yeah.
This is the only way I can stay cool. Is
And
literally
if she
just
tries to
getting-
move, she takes slashing damage.
Wait, that's
I
the
have
only way
a-
you can say cool? See, I was
my
born
AC
cool.
unit's broken. Let me give you a hot
sounds good.
take. It's 98 degrees today. It was. And it's about
Sheesh.
90 degrees inside my house. It's probably hot. It's probably 98 degrees in my office because the lights, all my stuff is on.
I'm wearing a sweater.
It's
and I
a
had to
cool
turn on a heater.
71 here.
Rena, you got more money.
Luckily, tomorrow is when the people come to try to fix it.
Is it central
Okay,
air or
Scott.
like an in-window unit?
It's an outside unit.
Gotcha. What's up?
I'm gonna moonbeam.
Why not curse it?
Because he wants to make sure I don't use the thing you gave it disadvantage on.
Oh, okay. I
Oh, you think I have a bad Constitution save?
was gonna say
Moonbeam.
I don't.
you do
Don't?
have disadvantage.
Not on Constitution saves.
Only wisdom.
It's
I think.
it's massive. This thing is huge.
Oh, you're right.
Probably
You're
got
right.
a high like.
Damn.
So what happens when I
Well,
succeed?
you still take half of 2d10. So take half of this, you swine. I don't know why I rolled a hit. Oh no, that's damage. Yeah. So
Yep.
9 damage.
So I take 9 damage. Thank you very much. 39 total. Thanks. Anything else, Messi? Or can you go off in a corner and fall asleep?
I mean, if you'd like, I guess I could. But I have to maintain concentration on this spell, so I can't get too far away, you know? Yeah, I'll leave it at that for you, Scott, because you're having a rough time.
Yep. I whittle you guys down, take away all of your powers, don't let you get even short rests. And yet still, somehow I fail. I tell you, are you going to give me the opportunity to survive one round, or are you just going to finish it now?
No, I'm gonna attack.
He's baiting. He's baiting. There's no way.
Yeah, if she's got
But
a
I have to
strong
do a
constitution score of
disadvantage.
like 18 or 20, then
Yeah,
or 18 or 19, there's a lot of health.
it's a bait.
But why do you have disadvantage on your attacks?
'Cause I'm exhausted.
He's exhausted.
No, level
No,
one
not on
exhaustion.
attacks.
That's only for
not on
ability score, not
attacks.
attacks.
Yeah,
Really?
Reroll,
Oh,
please.
shit.
Reroll
Okay.
normal, so you can roll a 1 for me. That'd be great.
I know an
Oh.
18 hit, so if you get at least an 18, that's a hit. Okay.
Oh God,
You have
so close.
inspiration.
Nope, nope.
You have
Uh,
inspiration.
So close that one.
That's a 17.
We
If you
know
luck
an
it, you know
18
at least it's a
hits.
hit.
Yeah, let's see if a 17 hits.
Or do you just want to hit it so you can try to finish it?
It's up to you. We have a lot of luck.
Or we can see if a 17 hits.
Or you can try to hit it to see if. To
I'm gonna
finish
keep it.
You keep the 17?
Yep.
Oh, you definitely missed
I
an
know.
opportunity for me to waste your dice.
Oh, yay!
Hey, we hit.
Ah,
Yay! Now we know.
she's
Is
on
dead?
fire.
There's no way she's dead already.
Well,
But she
that
doesn't have
went
a
from
turn, so-
39 to 40, 52
We
damage.
also don't know how much
Rena,
damage she took
still
when she
your
fell out of
turn.
a tree.
Yeah, I have another attack.
She took damage for falling out of the tree too, Messy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
52, 63. Rena, anything else you can do with your turn?
Action surge.
Teabagger.
I don't
Did
have
she
that.
use action surge last time? I think she did.
Can you cast a
don't know.
sign?
As a swift action,
Nope,
she might
I'm
have a
out.
swift action
I
sign.
was gonna say I think she ran out of signs last time.
Even
So
your at will ones.
you might have had one.
I think at will you can just always
I mean,
do it,
at
right?
will, I can always do it. So
Yeah.
I could ignore her.
Well,
Or
Ignis,
your-
no, Ignis
Well, wait.
useless.
The at will
Oh, wait,
for
wait,
Ignis
wait, wait.
bat. Yeah, it's
You
not
put a
damage.
thing. Hold on. Let me look.
I love cheat sheets.
Oh, haha. Yeah, that one.
That one.
That more works for when you're indoors, but can also
Yeah.
help with keeping her away from things.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
even need to
I
worry
don't
about the
really
tree.
like
I
that
cleared that
one.
out for you.
It could keep her away from the kids or something, you know?
Was it Ard? Or not Ard?
No, no,
Axie?
no. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Near. Hard.
I think I'll do Quinn.
Are we
Because I
all
could do it at
far?
will, and it says until the end of
Whoa!
your next turn, you have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by a weapon attack.
But
Sheesh,
that's
you
an
can do that
action,
at will?
not a bonus action.
Oh, that's an at will action.
It is an action.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's right. I see that.
Okay, so probably nothing then.
Nah, that's it. That's all I can do. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Do
She
that
got-
action
She
swiftly.
definitely had one, but she doesn't see it as viable right now. All right, moving on. So, Rena, that's it for your turn. So it's taking 63 damage plus what it took from the fall. Well, since now it's an important factor, I will allow the next 3 people in chat to roll a d6. I will add those up, and that will be how much it took from the fall. Next 3 people in chat, exclamation point, d6.
Are those enabled? D6s?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not? Of course.
Wow.
So, Rena, could
Can't
you roll a
believe that those are
d6?
enabled.
Rita, could you roll a d6 and roll 20? Wade and Messy as well.
I want Dorian to do it because he's been rolling really well today.
I was
So I want Dorian.
trolling. Chat, so.
18.
63, 69. Wait, don't roll anymore.
Nice.
69.
You gave Grundle 69.
Yes, you did.
69 Grundle. Oh lord.
And it landed on Wade too. Because the
Yeah,
more
it
is
did.
you shebang, you Ricky Martin her world, dude.
Okay, do you want me to do it? I told you to do it if you want.
go for it, bro.
All right. I just feel like I'm gonna roll a
get the
1 and
tree,
everyone's
I'm
gonna get mad
tired.
at me and they're all gonna blame me. Yeah. All right. Not a 1.
Fuck you, Messi.
It's
When
11.
did you get a 6?
You 69 to
sorry.
74-year-old. So, 74 points of damage.
And can't do a fucking thing but run and take more damage.
I wouldn't recommend running. But she can't even do she can't do an action, so she can't take the brambles off.
Oh wait, doesn't she take moonbeam damage at the end of other people's turns too? Let me double check that.
Even if she succeeded the save.
The end of other
Maybe.
people's turns, maybe the end of her turn.
When a creature enters the spell for the first time or starts its turn there. Oh, it's when it starts its turn there. Okay.
Oh, well, it's her turn.
Well, it started her
Is
turn.
she starting her turn there, Scott? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I think she might need a roll
Jesus
for
Christ.
Constitution here.
We failed the
If,
dumbest
if she's
shit.
even alive. If she's even alive. I mean, come on, she could just be burning up like a corpse right now. Okay, she passed. She passed. She still takes this.
It's like 37 damage.
I gotta add the spell back in. 5.
79.
She have 80? No, does she have 80? Damn.
I had an action I wanted to do, but it doesn't matter because I don't have an action this turn. So she turns and starts hobbling away, like very injured, hobbling away, trying to survive.
She turns
So-
around. It's like the 5-heart
Hold on.
punch thing from
Oh,
Kill Bill.
Jesus.
She turns away and just falls over.
I forgot about
Oh, she tries to run.
When she moves, yeah. I forgot about that.
She
The
also-
beginning!
She also
From the
can't.
beginning!
She's
Oh my
10 feet slower than usual, too, I think.
From the beginning! That's so
We
awesome.
literally
Oh my
said it
God.
before Messi did his thing. Like, if she decides to run, she's just going to take more damage.
Yeah.
Would you like to
She
retake
can't
your
stay,
reroll
she can't
before we
go.
walk?
This is
Should I
awesome.
stay or should I go now?
Go.
Scott, can I
Just like that.
describe the kill?
Oh my god.
Scott, can I
issue
describe
is-
the kill?
There
She
was so
trips
much
on the tree and a
information that
branch
you
impales
guys
her
could have
heart.
had if you chose not to kill.
Oh, don't mourn for us. We're okay.
But you don't get to decide lethal or non-lethal. That's just lethal damage. Yeah, go ahead. Feel free to describe it.
Cool.
I mean, she did it to herself.
Yeah,
so-
just-
She's
So many
standing
there.
unanswered
Hell.
questions.
Describe how
She's
my
standing
spell
there.
kills her.
threatening us. I'm the worst nightmare. You see Dorian Naruto run up to her, slap her right in the face, and you see his hand glow purple. In the meantime, he jumps back with the child he forgot that he had. And then Durbin immediately, Durb's like, safe, chicka-boom, aiming for the child, miss the child, hit the woman.
I don't
Last
think
beat
that's how it
out,
works.
You see this
Not how
giant
it happens.
acid burning into her gut. She's like, "Ugh." And then you see Atalia run up, shink, 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 and then holster it. And then she walks away to check on the kid.
She explodes.
I just walk away. Yeah.
And then you see friggin' Embarrass show up, do like the friggin' Illuminati thing, and then a giant moon blast comes down from the moon like a Clefairy move. And then she just standing there, she's like, ah, turns around, decides to, she takes one step, and then you see Derb do this like little anime thing, you know, where you see them click out
Pushes up his
the
glasses.
katana, but he just literally flicks out an arrow, and then she falls over and dies.
I thought maybe she'd turn around and
That's
trip and fall in the
amazing.
tree you kicked down and just impale
Oh yeah,
her.
into the roots, yeah, where the
Yeah.
roots were. Because I kicked
Yeah.
down that.
Because
entire
they got
root.
uprooted.
I uprooted it. She fell in and she became the roots.
Do you guys you guys have seen Powerpuff Girls, right?
And then we inspected
know-
her closer, and she did in fact have tiny hands.
Do you remember whenever they beat up Mojo Jojo and like it would just be like cuts of them beating the shit out of him and like his brain
Oh, yeah.
matter coming out of his head and all that?
Yeah.
That's what just happened.
That's what we did. Yeah.
Dun,
You think
dun,
we,
da, 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 da.
Could we have talked to her a little bit more before?
I tried.
I tried.
She chose violence.
That went
I
a
didn't
lot
mean-
quicker than I expected.
I'll
the kids still under a
I'll
spell?
end the spell and I'll try to revive her if I can. Can I roll a medicine check
You're gonna
to see if I
fucking
can like
revive her.
put her guts back in and like stitch her up a little bit? Like Saving Private Ryan esque?
Hey,
No, I don't.
Hey,
I don't okay.
it was just a
You-
prank, bro. We cool?
You can make a medicine check if you roll natty 20. You can save her.
Can I roll with advantage?
No.
There's no fucking way. Okay, all right. That's
Yeah,
Try
fine.
there's a
it.
5%.
Try
There's a
it.
5%.
Natty 20.
Bro,
No,
I
no,
kicked down a
20.
tree. You could reinvigorate this chick.
Do we have
Can
any
I kick?
rerolls?
Oh
Hold
my
on. Can
I'm
I
going.
kick her? Can I
I'm
kick
going,
her
I'm
back
going,
to
I'm
life?
going.
No. Definitive no. You're not
Oh, no,
Jesus.
but- hold on. Can I try?
Hey, hold on. No. Messy. Would you like to use the Shadow 813 reroll?
I'm gonna try to kick her
Fuck.
back to life.
It says here you go, guys.
Fuck.
You
Works on
might need
trees.
this. It says, here you go, guys. You might need this. Did you want to use that?
Do I want to waste a reroll on saving the dead
You have more.
fake crone? I know, but you want us to burn through them.
I don't know
Obviously, we
what,
could
what,
need them later.
What are we bringing? What would we be bringing her back for?
Just information.
You
that's
just
really
to ask
it.
her questions. You literally in character just asked
Can you,
us
like,
if we
talk to
should have
the
not
dead
maybe
or something? Isn't
held
there a
off on.
spell for that?
I don't have that. Do you have
Can we
that?
get seance? Can we all hold hands over a candle?
The
and-
corpse is here.
Dude, just get a spirit
Now-
box. How old are you? What do you
E.
want?
If
Chill.
I gave her
Bachelor.
one of my toxic
Adult.
white Raffords, would it heal her enough?
Give her a potion, quick.
What do you want, child?
Child.
Phasmophobia. Such a good game. Damn. Is death a disease? Does this count?
Just try it once. Just try it once. What the hell was one
Okay,
reroll?
Scott. I'll use one reroll.
Roll 91.
Whose is it? Whose is it?
I already said it. I can't remember their name now.
All right. Well, whoever it was, whatever happens here is your fault or your blessing. Thank you.
Thank God.
Nothing. Nothing.
So
It's
do you
dead.
want to use the one from Crowley's
No, it's
pet?
dead. It's
666? No,
I'm gonna
okay.
try to kick her again.
Nothing happens, Pat.
Darn, she's fucking dead.
Roll a natty 20 3 times
She's
in a row
dead
and nothing
impaled
happens,
on a
Pat.
tree, and you walk up and kick her.
Yeah, kickstart my
Derek's
heart,
gonna
bro.
see if the kids are still under a spell.
The spell on the children is being lifted.
Okay.
He's like, currently, I'm watching the like. Oh.
They
They
seem to
come
be-
to and they just see Dorian
becoming-
kicking this woman.
I'm just trying to get over my horrible disappointment for a story that I
Why
planned.
won't you
I
talk?
don't even get to tell. Like I'm just like
We destroyed her.
it's like you're in the middle of reading a book and somebody just takes the book and throws it in a fire and you're like, that was last copy, bro. And
Look it
they're
up
like,
online. Get an ebook.
I mean, I thought we'd get a little bit more out of her than.
What do you mean
I'll
a little
show
bit out
you
of her? We didn't get
intimidating.
anything out of her. I got more out of kicking the tree than I did got out of her. I
Hey,
feel like I wasted my curse on her because she couldn't do anything anyway.
maybe she had a twin sister.
You see the children reanimate. God, it only went that way because of Messi. You see her reanimating.
Because of Messi.
Because when Messi did his spell, two things happened. He got amnesia, and she got something too,
Oh.
which is why things
Yeah, but
suddenly
that's not
turned
my
on a head.
fault. That was chat.
True.
Who was that?
I don't know. It's your fault
Fucking
that
That
you
was
didn't do
Silencio
it.
Steve, I believe.
No, it was not a rice bunny. It was the other one. What's the other
Solo
bunny?
Wolf?
No, the other bunny.
Sugar Bunny.
Sugar bunny. I think it was
Sugar
Sugar bunny.
Bunny.
I think it was Sugar bunny.
The other bunny.
You guys will have to tune into the Patreon to know what Scott was going to tell us because he's not going to say it
Is
on
this the end of the campaign?
Not
Did
exactly.
we just
not
fuck
yet.
it all up?
Not yet.
That's it. We
yeah,
said the
we
kids to
have
go
no.
back.
We have zero fucking clue what's going on. This lady was, for all we know,
It's
she was
just
actually trying to
over.
help the kids. We don't fucking know. We walked up on her, leading the children away. We just cut,
Fucked
the
her up.
tree.
We
she
Mojo
fell on her
Joed her.
ass,
Okay, to
stood
be
up.
fair though, a crone, especially a flesh crone, is considered a
But you know she's not
monster.
a real crone.
No, I knew she was a crone.
No, you knew she
You
wasn't.
knew
a
she
crone.
was
She
a
was
crone.
disguised as a crone. She
was
wasn't
a
a
fake
crone.
crone.
And we
You know
fucking
she's an
murdered
actual
her.
crone?
No,
No.
that's
Rita!
No, no.
Rita!
26, Rita.
If she
Wait.
was an actual crone, to be
She would be
clear,
dead.
We'd be dead.
You said
We
you-
would be
she
dead.
is
told me.
regeneration 20.
No, listen, yeah, that's what I thought you were going for here, which is why I attacked. You literally said you think this could be a flesh crone, which
But
you
it's-
know,
no,
and you
but
said
you-
this to me, which you know is not as strong as your typical crone. And I was like, okay, cool. And you literally said that.
no,
Flesh
he said
crone
it
No, he
wasn't
said it
a
was
specifically.
crone.
Yeah, he said it was
What?
fake.
That was a
Yeah.
fake crone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
Woman.
wouldn't have done that then.
She's just an old lady.
He-
We just beat
he
the shit out of an old lady
specifically
leading some
said-
kids.
Disguised as a crone.
Yeah, a flesh crone disguised as a crone.
Disguised as a
Mm.
flesh crone is what he said. Disguised
Yeah, we
as
don't know,
a
we know what
not
she was,
And-
but she wasn't
And
a
Pat
crone.
whispered to you, this sounds like Grundle when she went AWOL.
I did say this was the voice of the happy Grundle.
I was like, Rita,
But then
Rita-
the thing though responded and said, "Don't speak that name. Don't say, you know."
What
So
have we
then I
done
was
in
like,
the
"Well, then
last
it's not Grundle, is it?"
The last 4 episodes, we've beaten a prisoner in the head, beat up a priest, and we killed an old lady.
I am happy
So
to
this
know
is
this
my
is all
fault.
Reno's
toss
fault.
a coin to your witcher.
I gotta be
She
completely honest
has
with you.
legal fees.
We
Many
beat up a
legal
priest.
fees.
We
Whoa.
killed
If I-
the priest,
You know what?
and we beat up a lady. No,
Literally-
an old lady.
Breaking and
Everything-
entering, theft.
Rena, you got
Everything
more
had to
money.
line
Yeah,
up perfectly
period.
for this to happen. Because like if I didn't have amnesia, I would have known I could have just used remove curse and I would have been fine
Oh my
on
God.
whatever I got. But because I had amnesia, I forgot that one piece of information I learned recently. So because of that, because of the fact that she came before we got a long rest, because of all this other shit.
Well, and then also you said roll
happened.
initiative too, so I was like, okay, well, guess she's not talking. Guess we're
We
just
have
gonna
not-
fight. I didn't expect to kill her in one round, dude.
I was going to have her do an action where she
And then
she,
the natty one, yeah.
she was going to do the villain thing where it's like
Where she
you could-
explains, like, this
no,
is my
no,
evil
no,
plan.
not quite that. No. You could come from me and put one of the children in extremely dire peril.
like the Joker.
Yes, but I
She was
couldn't.
gonna have a Joker moment.
I couldn't do it because I
Listen,
rolled a
I
natty
did it
one.
for the
I rolled a
kids,
natty
man.
one, Rita. I rolled a natty one.
She's a kidnapper, okay? Listen, it's fine. There's no legal fees. There's nothing. The Witcher deemed this a dangerous situation for the kids. We save the
Wait.
kids. End of story. They're
Wait, the
good to
campaign's
go.
not over. We still can talk to the priest.
Yeah,
might know something.
absolutely.
Yeah, we got baby hands
That
werewolf.
was
we got
actually
the priest.
Grundle the entire time.
So we killed Grundle. Then your problem is solved in Bear.
I feel way better. Whoa, I'm all better now.
Rita's
I'm
like,
not a
look at
source
this.
anymore. I'm a
I'm
real boy.
solving problems. I, the Witcher, announce they are the
Shit
problems
done.
and they have been solved.
Can
No,
we
but that's
remove
the point,
crone
though,
mask
to
to
be-
reveal who's under the basket?
I don't want to look.
It's Scooby Doo and the gang.
Zoink Scoob.
Ruh-roh.
It was the Duchess Baroness the
Pinkies.
whole time.
Not Duchess. I just got her.
Oh yeah, the Duchess. I forgot about the Oops.
Yeah, the one you gave the shits to.
Wait, was she the Baroness?
Dude,
I gotta go
you've
back and
given
get her more
in, the,
money.
in this
Or
half
get
of the
money from
season, we
her.
killed some Kiki more. You gave the Duchess the shits. We killed an old lady. We beat up a priest. And we beat up a baby hands
The
man.
priest was a
Yeah, but they
werewolf.
were
You
all
didn't even
bad
dress
people.
Well for
Yeah.
it. You didn't even dress well. You
Hold
just went
on.
in
They were
casual
all
fucking
bad
clothes.
people.
You also beat up a drunkard that was
Oh
locked
yeah,
in
you
prison.
did.
He's alive.
Did I do that? Did I do that?
You did.
How did I do that?
Oh my
Oh
God,
my
Rice.
god.
God, Rice.
Eris, I hope Rice, whatever your name is, I hope
Oh,
you're not doing
no.
this. I hope you're not doing this to trigger Messi again. We were
Eris
just
is
about
gonna
to
do
trigger
it.
her for the
Him
first
bear.
time in a year.
Actually, okay, if you trigger
Eris
me,
is
there's a
gonna be like, "Can I
small
trigger
chance we
Talia?"
could save this campaign. Bigger chance that it ruins the rest of whatever Scott had
I'll
planned.
kill you
So
right now.
I'm up for it.
I won't even care. I'll kill you right now. I'll take my loot and just beat
Kool-Aid
it
that
into
she
your
had in her
fucking
pocket.
face.
We're gonna see what happens
Hey,
to us.
Scott, Scott, you know what I just thought of?
What's that?
I did just try to heal someone and failed, and they are dead now. So
Oh god. Oh no.
that is a very specific trigger of mine. But she was dead when I got there, technically, so you could argue it's. But
Does that
That's
count?
right.
They're already dead.
That's right. She was already dead. She was not in your
she was
care.
already dead when I got
She's not in
there.
your
For
care.
fuck's sake,
She's not
dude!
in your
I
care.
want to have him bear back for one episode.
Good stuff could happen. Could.
Technically, we're still owed good stuff because somebody rolled for us to get information. Scott's like, no, we'll get that later.
Did that happen? I don't remember
It
that.
did happen, but we never got the information about it.
I don't remember that.
Wait, remind me which one you're talking about?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I kicked the tree today. I uprooted it and everything.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank
An
you,
old lady died running away from us.
She took a step in the way that I described it, Kill Bill style.
Okay, I'm gonna walk
She
over to
fell
the
and
kids
snapped
and
her
talk
neck.
to them.
The children are being again reanimating as
They're
all the
traumatized
zombies
for
are-
life.
Impaled, slashed up corpse children.
I imagine they haven't seen that yet, so it's just
So they're kind of
I
coming
will-
to you, and you
I'll
immediately
got
got.
we
stand
should
but
hide
on
the
the other
body
side so
side
that they
them.
look at me. Yeah, I'll stand on the
Except for
other
the one
side of
that's still inside Pat's arms, he's still
No,
standing
no, no,
there
I
looking at
dropped
the
them.
thing.
I
He's like,
dropped them off.
he's like-
I dropped them off.
"Watch, child, watch. This could be your future."
I removed
Do you
the
see
mask
her?
in front of their face. Look at it.
You like
I
hear
want
the
all of you
noise
to
of after
look
death,
at
like the
it.
last shit that Grundle's corpse takes, and just like flies start buzzing around.
What?
What are you
Why is that
into?
your
Wade?
go-to?
What are you into?
All the kids are like, no.
He's so stinky.
Every time I hear Wade talk, I always go, "What is wrong with Molly?"
What the
Okay.
fuck? Molly, come get your mans.
No, it's more like poor Molly.
Poor Molly. She
He's acting a
chooses
fool.
this. She chooses this every
Doesn't-
morning and every
You think
night.
she knew? No, she probably knew.
She-
Jesus,
she-
chaos
Jeez, Rita,
every
come
day.
on.
You tricked her. I'm just kidding.
Do you think she?
Man,
I'm
roll a
sorry.
natty
I'm
20 and
sorry.
roasting me, why don't you?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Are you saying listening? Hold on, Tesh. Are you saying
Cash?
Are you saying that listening to Lady Grundle shitting herself and being surrounded by flies makes you hungry? Is that what you're saying, Tush?
That's pretty
Tush,
hot.
are you a
Tush.
fly?
Is that what you're?
I can't help but imagine the scene of Molly like sitting there in a blanket in a dark room with just a laptop on, and she's just like, "Oh no!" Like, just like in the background, you hear like a, and then she shit herself. And Molly's like, "Oh no!"
She's listening to my
watching.
mother.
Molly's like, he's gonna be in the mood tonight.
She like starts
So
like
how did
sipping wine with
D&D
shaky
go?
hands.
Oh, Pat kicked down a tree.
Okay, so I talked to
Oh,
the kids.
again?
Oh, again.
Wait, do we bury bodies, or is someone's gonna walk up on this scene like years from now? This
We
corpse
just
is gonna be
leave it.
stuck to
Why?
a tree.
That's
Yeah,
work.
there's
We don't get
wildlife here that
paid
can
to
eat
do
that.
work.
Yeah.
It's circle
Actually,
life.
Well, you're gonna
Derp.
eat that.
Wait,
I'm gonna
I-
eat it. Absorb its power.
Wait, I have a multiple choice question for you.
Okay.
Hey.
C.
A, so sorry. Do you when you talk to Molly about your D&D sessions? A, she genuinely listens. B, she pretends to listen. C,
I
you don't
wish.
talk to Molly about her about your D&D sessions.
What if it's a mixture of A and B? What if she listens until it gets to a certain point, then I can tell I've lost her?
Hold on, hold on. How long is that point generally?
About a minute.
My girlfriend immediately
Oh,
pulls out her
probably
phone and starts
30
texting.
seconds.
Then it counts as
Yeah.
B. Counts as
Does
B.
not care.
If it's not at least 5 minutes, it counts as B.
No, I've learned to be very concise with my descriptions to keep her attention.
Yeah, I
I
learned
have
to
to
We
sprinkle in
usually play for
Overwatch
10 minutes,
characters.
so my recap only usually takes 3 seconds.
That's true.
You just walk up and she's like, "Hey, babe, how was D&D?" And you're like, "Rena failed."
I didn't die.
Happens every
I
time.
killed an
He
old
doesn't need
lady.
to say that. It's just unspoken.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
Like,
Rena
oh yeah, so
rolled
I know she
well
rolled bad, but
today.
I killed an old lady that was trying to steal children.
Or
That's
rescue
great,
them. I mean, the
Yeah,
priest we
she's
know
a
was bad.
kidnapper.
Maybe she was rescuing the children.
Roz, to answer that question, Brittany's really good if I don't expect that she knows anything. If I walk up to her and start explaining things like I expect her to know stuff, she's like, but if I like explain what it is that's happening, like if I'm like, okay, so, you know, what's his name? I don't know. Let me think of a name. Like
Dorian kicked a
You know,
tree
played
down
by
today.
Pat.
He should have
She's
picked
like-
up a ship.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I usually have to be like, so in Aurorum, and she'll be like, what world is that again? Never mind.
Is that the one with Neil?
Like the
No,
one I
no.
invented and have been playing for a lot of hours for a long. Never mind. Like, back to our campaign.
Oh, sorry. Are you still talking, honey?
Yeah, so, all the kids all right?
So Rena goes over. She immediately turns to their back. And, hey, kids! It's one of those things. Hey,
Wiping
kids!
the blood from her
hey,
sword.
yeah, I'm like looking at them so that they
Hey.
look straight at me, and I'm like making them face away, like, oh hey, how's it going?
Honestly, I would probably do that as well. I think with my performance, I'd definitely be able to kind of distract them from the
Herb's
horrors.
gonna
Of,
try to block the old lady's body, even though he's really tiny and can't do it. He's just gonna stand there and like,
So either way, you go up to them and you get their attention immediately, Rena. What do you actually say to them? What's your opening line for me to RP to?
She would walk up and kneel down.
I clean her
in
off.
front of them.
Now she's just a corpse. No blood.
now it's just a corpse.
And then more blood comes out.
Keep doing
Because,
it.
you know,
She'll
I'm
just
just
say,
live.
doctor should know this.
I'm gonna cover her in flowers and I'm gonna make
I don't
them
remember.
bloom.
she'll just
Aw.
look at them and say, "Are you all right?"
Prestidigitation of blood clot. You look at them and you say, "Are you all right?"
I'm
Well,
gonna
yeah,
make them
not
all
like
laugh at the
that,
dead
but-
body.
No.
They make the dead body laugh.
Ew.
No, no.
Ew. Why?
Not what he said.
Why would you do that? Gross, Scott.
Not at
Impaled
all
on
the
the
truth.
roots.
See, mommy's still alive. And, oh,
I am Groot.
Is that a reference to something? I've never read a
imagine
book.
using that power. You go to a funeral and you make like the body in the
No!
casket laugh. Everyone's like,
No.
"Oh my god, they're okay!" And you're like, in the back.
Idiots. Get pranked.
It needs to be.
Make
able
sure
to
you keep the
hear
camera
me.
live.
It starts the casket
Guys,
closed. It's
today
like, boom.
we're gonna
Okay,
we're
I'm
gonna go
get
jump at some
tacos,
funerals.
So I'll be right back.
You want to take a
wanna
break then, Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Apparently we're taking a taco break. So
Well, just real quick, we are back at the fucking orphanage now, and everyone's cool. And
that
we're
is
good.
where we would head back. Yeah.
Well, no, we gotta search Grundle's body.
whoa.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. Check her pockets
No, we
for like
don't.
a note of her master plan.
Can I sleight of hand it?
You just check her pouch.
Okay.
He's you just let him hand her
I'm gonna
pouch.
Not
yoink
all
her
of us.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
not all of us
yoink her
have to.
pouch.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Got
I have
it.
her back.
You're
There you go.
robbing this dead old lady.
I don't care.
Isn't it? Do we roll investigation for this? Isn't Atelia best at that?
I don't know if investigation is the appropriate role. Okay.
I can do a medicine
That's
check.
corpse, all right.
I can like
Can
do
I-
it.
Grundle of Marsupial.
Can I investigate what's behind the basket?
I said that already. I wanted to look at the face.
I
want to
see what's behind the basket.
Well, you're wasting these rolls because we're on break.
Damn it!
Jack can't even hear you right now. We're on break.
I didn't know that. Why didn't you
What?
tell us?
Yeah, well, she said break and then she closed her camera.
Well, that's messed
Yeah,
up.
but then we said no.
Yeah.
We said no
Anyways.
break for the wicked.
Anyways, so yeah, we'll be right back.